this one. There we go. Oh, we've lost Chi. Are you still there? Or oh, he's disappeared. Oh, he's having problems.
You not hearing?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you seriously having that much issue with like just connecting to audio? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're talking, Chi. You're not lighting up, or I can't hear you.
My whole sound system basically said detecting issues. I was like, no fucking shit, you swat.
Is it like a USB Bluetooth one that you've got or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what that was.
I've had a shit week, so fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking tonight.
Fair enough. At some point, I'll be having food thrust in front of me. But until that happens, let's blow things up in Fallout.
Okay, I pull a pin on the grenade and I throw it in the fire.
Excellent. Everyone dies. Grenade falls.
Oh.
PPK. But no. So yeah, today raining a little bit still in the morning, but clearing up. Warmish for the time of year, so you're not at huge danger going outside. Mostly you've been studying, and you got beaten up a couple of times in the past couple of days. Well, you didn't get beaten up, you just killed some local guys that happened to be coming your way.
Well, they started the trouble.
Admittedly, both times it wasn't your aggression, so they got what came. Really, what do you want to get up to today?
Well, Leon, still need to go and try and find some more cables.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you didn't actually succeed in that, did you?
No. You want to do that now?
Yeah.
Alright, so morning we're going to be for cables.
I will be training during that time slot, I guess.
So, old man Vulcan. The nausea you've been suffering for the past couple of days is subsiding to a point that you can now, not live comfortably with it, but it's no longer like causing you to hurl just intermittently throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, a small bonus.
So the whole herb mixture actually did do something good then.
Oh yeah.
But how is the Haas?
De Haas, medically speaking, is feeling a little bit perkier. The tiredness has subsided.
Right. So I guess I will go over and be like, again. Or wait, was that you saying that it's taken care of and we don't need to worry about it?
He is less affected today than he was previously.
So would I be like, doing better, but could still use some more bat away?
Yeah, I mean, you get the general gist that the basically you probably get the idea that the recent weather, because it's been quite wet recently, might have been bringing down a little bit more radioactive fallout than perhaps is necessary for human life. And you think, medically speaking, that you're probably still not quite right. But looking at De Haas and the way he's moving about, he's much more
Springy?
not springy, but he's more active and less lethargic.
Okay. Well,
I mean, his
I'll take more
personality is lethargic as a
Yeah, I mean,
sloth.
yeah, like he's not chirped up as a person. He'll still fun. It's just no.
He's got a face like a sloth having a fucking prolapse.
Yeah, but in terms of movement, like how you are physically, you've no longer got the same lethargy that you were encumbered with previously.
I take more bad away.
How many portions did you actually have of that left?
2.
You had 2 portions left, did you? So are you going to give Dahas one as well?
You said he didn't need it.
He doesn't appear to need it, but I'm asking.
No.
So you're taking a bad away.
I get. He doesn't feel nauseous. I take it.
No, like Dahas appears to be functioning like a normal. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like just stone-faced, he's no
Okay.
longer. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take that before
In
I
which
study.
case, give me an endurance check if you're gonna neck some of that shit. It still smells rank. Like today, it's worse than yesterday. Like somehow it's settled and it smells worse.
14. Damn it.
So that's well over your endurance, isn't it?
Yes.
In which case,
So
shortly
poured it down.
afterwards, the nausea that had subsided suddenly resurges once more, and you just colourfully vomit everywhere. And do you want to know the best thing though? Once you've cleaned up your face from the nice fresh water that you have, and once you've dusted yourself down, you feel a little bit better.
Hooray. Still have rad poisoning.
Oh yeah. If you want to take a note here, you have minor rad poisoning at the moment. If you want to take a note of that, I will give you that as a reference. There are a potential of there's a potential of 6 levels, and they're incrementally horrible. So you're at level 1 at the moment, basically.
That's fucked.
Yeah. Cool. Right. So what are you training then? Being as other people are going to be off doing things.
Just the first thing in the list.
The first thing in your list is Doctor currently.
Yeah, that'll do.
Take some of that.
Yeah, for that one until they get back. Then teaching.
Yeah. Having to learn that first aid, which if I recall correctly, my first aid is on like not that far behind yours.
No.
Your first aid, the person that's going to learn it first will be Ruby. And then you will be following her behind a couple of days. But before we get
Okay.
to that, what is
Just-
Dahas going to be up to for the morning?
I think Dahas might do some mandatory trap training.
So get out, tickle the traps. Can you give me a traps roll?
No.
Ooh.
1 over.
Oh, 1 over. You reach one of your traps and realise that it had been sprung, and there's a small clump of fur caught in some wire. And you think maybe, just maybe, there might have been some wildlife that sprung it, and you've missed out on potential meal.
Can I reset a trap?
Yeah, I mean, whilst you're doing your training, I'm assuming you're going around and sort of tending to your protective area, as it were.
Mhm.
So unless you tell me otherwise, I'm always going to make that assumption.
Okay.
And with that done, what are the scavenge crew up to? Bearing in mind,
Tables.
you've got several areas that you've scavenged already.
Mm-hmm.
On this map, where's the border?
So these two at the edge here next to, because obviously this is your encampment here at the sort of southern side. These two are like at the edge of the town, basically.
This side of them.
Yeah, so beyond, any grey internally is going to be considered town. Anything that you have access to around it, I'll let you scavenge at the edge and still have access to essentially being able to scavenge in a cityscape.
Is this one still at the edge?
Yeah, that's an edgy map thing. You'd have to go slightly up the river, but yeah.
It does seem a bit emo, this one right here. Yeah, that's an edgy one.
A bit edgy. Edgelord.
It's still on our side of the river.
Yeah, I mean, for game purposes, there will be some of the town that isn't cordoned off by Gruppe 9, so you'll be able to get to some of the area to scavenge.
Okay.
Right. Well, we're going to be a bit far away from the house.
Well, while Amelia's pondering stuff, Rich, I'm just run it by me again. Why is it that Amelia, who has 8 in first aid, would get 12 first aid faster than I would when I have 10?
It's not
No,
about
I
getting
got
to
9.
12. You're learning up to your next level. So
Yeah.
she's learning to 9.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I have a higher level, so
Yeah,
that's
so you
fine.
already
Okay.
know more than she does.
Okay, fair enough. I thought that you were talking as if we were both going to end up at 12, and she would be...
I wish.
No, it's not that. No, you're learning to your next level as taught by
Okay,
the
fair.
illustrious trainer
Yeah,
man
okay.
McTrainington. No,
Okay,
the
fair
level
enough.
12 is required by the trainer to be able to facilitate
Okay.
the training.
Okay, we're going to go scavenging over there. We're far away from the house.
I've given you the wrong pistol, I've just realised. I should have given...
Probably stick together and maybe stay a bit close to the border, because if something attacks us, I'm sure Group of 9 might help us.
That's
Especially
good
you,
thinking.
Card.
Yeah, could be a thing.
So be extra careful and stay close, I guess.
Sorry, I'm correcting. I'd given you the wrong pistol in your loot. And I've now corrected it. The SIG 239 was the one you had. And I'd given you a Barracuda by mistake.
Oh.
So,
Is that better or worse?
they're comparable, really. One's an automatic pistol, one's a revolver.
Okay.
But either way, and you had one of those, didn't you? And you had a bunch of ammo with it, I think. Or was it 2?
No, we had 2.
You had 2 of them. Alright, I'm just going to copy paste the card so you actually have 2 physically.
Yep, we have 2 of them and 5 reloads.
Cool. Alright, well that's over there by the weapons stash. Right, let's get down to this. So you're moving along the riverbank to the, what's this, the eastern, I guess, side of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Carefully treading not inward of Gruppe 9. Are you carrying arms and armor with you?
Yes, but if they see me, I just wave and smile at them.
Yeah, I mean, the guards are now quite familiar because you've been there best part of a month, so they'll be familiar with you basically in the area.
Yeah, I will do my best to make it so I'm not not looking as a threat to them.
just walking past them and just like, greetings! I am non-threatening.
Greetings.
Greetings and salutations.
All right.
Smile and wave at them.
So you've got scavenger or whatever it is, haven't you? What is it?
Scrounger. Or scrounging.
Whatever, the one that's useful for this. So
yeah,
if you could do that, and if you could do yours as well, I know what you've got. I was just trying to remember what it was.
Oh, well, okay then. You
well,
know
I couldn't remember the name of the thing that Amelia's got.
Yeah.
It's scrounging, and I got the methodical as well. So
Yeah, I've always considered that you're doing methodical, unless you say otherwise.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, nice.
500 and fuck you, Amelia. I was so happy about my 500. Fuck you.
It's a chilly morning, but the both of you go out and you're fudging around in the remains and ruins of the edge of town. And let me just quickly get a number here on my brain. Uh, so what is your scrounge? Your scrounging is 10,
10.
and you've rolled a 4. In which case,
Mhm.
after much hard work, you eventually find a pretty significant length of heavy-duty cabling.
Yes.
Perfect. We take this.
Yes.
I'm gonna add it to the pile for now.
And you have to sort of rip it part way out of a wall, and several decrepit old buildings sort of crumble inward where you rip this cable out of the wall, and the wall
Oh.
just sort of falls over behind it.
Not to forget, I also have a crowbar with me. Well, it's then Quinn's carrying it, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Quinn's with us.
Oh, I mean, other than the effort required to get it out, I'm assuming you can, you access it and rip it down.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right.
Mim, you rolled an 8. What's your
Yeah.
skill?
13.
A 13. In which case, whilst Ruby's eagerly and excitedly like, "Hey, there's a freaking cable here," and she's just like tugging away at this cable, you're working almost at the other end of the same property, and you're like, "I've just found all these little fucking wires." Give yourself, I'll give you a random roll actually for that. Let me give you some wires. You can have, um, 9 bundles of wires.
Nice.
Rudimentary, sort of small, the same that you had before, basically. Just handfuls of useful.
Which is really. Amelia, did you type down scraps of wire last time?
Yes, 12
Okay,
pieces.
cool. Because it isn't on my list of stuff I have.
You want me to add the bundles of
Another
wire?
9 of them. Yep.
Are they scraps of
Yeah.
cable or wire?
Yes. Same thing. Yeah.
Okay, so we're up to 21 pieces.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And as you're going through the now ever more dilapidated building that you're slowly pulling apart.
I'm picturing Ruby just pulling on this cable as a young kid is just pulling on a
Well, I quite imagine that she probably sort of got the first bit yanked out of the wall and then like handed it to Quinn and like just Quinn back up, and he's just like
yeah, definitely.
Something like that.
Along with your useful things that you found, you've also found a Santa mask. It's a bit dusty and slightly cracked. It's a very old plastic mask from before the war, and it's faded all to hell. But it's it's an old Santa mask.
I got that. That's going on the pile. Who knows?
And
Okay.
that's your scavenging done.
How long is this heavy duty cabling?
You have enough for. Let me check actually. Let me give you the old RNG. 30 yards, I'll say.
30 meters. Well, yards, I guess.
Yeah.
About the same.
I mean, give or take the odds and sods of sort of the end of it where it's frayed up and a bit ruined from having been torn out of a wall. It's about 30 yards.
Okay. That's a decent chunk.
Yeah.
So and I can just imagine that we need 13 yards of cable.
I do believe I'd said that the distance from the river to your inn is around 100 yards. So you've got about a third of what you need.
Okay.
Okay. That's good stuff.
What next then?
Well, I guess we head back home.
With a big
And
gold
then-
rung of cable between you.
Yeah. Then it's time to go to school.
School simulator online.
All right.
So is this under the guidance of Vulcan then?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you're a trainer. And you're both learning your fast track first aid.
Uh-huh.
Cool. After the end of today, Ruby will have had first aid training.
Yay.
Huss, what are you up to
So-
whilst these guys are talking about bandages and bruises and...
Sounds very boring. The Haas is going to scavenge for specifically survival gear.
Going for survival gear today. Give me, you don't have scavenger, do you? You have outdoorsman.
Yeah, which I believe is a 12.
Okie dokie. Give me a roll against your outdoorsman. You haven't got any soldiery things for this, have you?
Oh, 5.
Ooh, a 5. So you're specifically looking for survivally gear.
Yeah.
Right, let's see what I can give you for a 5. Bearing in mind other things that have been given out for pretty good rolls.
Oh. I think that.
1 second, just need to find a reference table.
Finds a all-terrain vehicle.
Yeah, just
with
an ATV
ventilation.
with full tank
Mine's
of
kinda
gas. Yeah. No, you find. Let's have a look here. So. I reckon I can roll that. So let's roll. Where's my dice? Where's my dice?
Dice. Final fight.
Let's call that a 55 and get on with it. So.
Finds a Geiger counter.
You scavenge around, and where are you scavenging around to? I'll need to know where you're going for this.
In residential buildings.
Care to point out on the scavenging map whereabouts you're headed?
With high probability of shite. Let's look at the key again.
So the tokens are where they've been scavenging around already, so there's less likelihood of finding useful shit there.
Where am I?
You're currently in the green. You are here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Try that one.
So you're going right down to the very southern point of the town.
Yes.
Cool. In which
See
case,
if I can find an old JJ Sports or something like that.
just on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, but pristine condition. I've got hockey sticks and a cellophane and
There we go. There's a scavenge token. So, as you are scavenging on the outskirts of town, you won't find that particular item that I've just rolled, but you will find the next closest thing. You find some rope.
Nice.
That never hurts.
Unless you tie it around your neck, then it hurts.
not for long.
It is a fairly heavy-duty nylon rope.
Ow.
Do you want me to note that down?
No, I'll place it on my character sheet. Thank you.
Okay.
And you'll also be rewarded some random crap because of city scavenging. And the random crap you got was
A little box.
a crushed can. If that's of any interest, it's literally just a can that's like mangled beyond belief. But you also find an old cash register drawer.
Right. Okay, I'll just chuck them.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, who cares?
The price wasn't right, so fuck it.
And that's what you managed to find. So everyone's been successful today.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just going to continue for the school, learning first aid if that's possible for the next day, because we're not doing 2 slices right
No,
now.
you're not doing 2 slices today.
Yeah, for the next day, I will just try to get to the next.
Are you going to try and learn more?
Yes.
1 second, that will be... I need to open up my other learning sheet then. Learning sheet. It might be... I don't know. Because the thing is, because you'll have leveled up, it will now take slightly longer than it did previously. But you are being trained, so... right, what is first aid? It is a...
It's a core skill.
Intelligence something.
intelligence easy according to this. So I'll pop that in there. And what is your intelligence? You're 15?
Yeah.
And you'll be learning it from what's this? You'll be going from
9 to 10.
9 to 10. The next level of training will take you 3 days
Okay. Good stuff.
because of trainer. Do you want me to add that into the... I can take a note of it for the future, basically, if you'd like.
Sure.
Right, I'll keep that down as a note. Cool. So what are you doing? Because obviously DeHaas has scuttered off somewhere to try and find whatever he's finding, aka a bit of rope. You finished up your training, which is your second time slot, and everyone is now able to do stuff. So we're going into the afternoon now. Oh, that reminds me.
I want to try to using my programming and engineer electrical skills. I want to try to troubleshoot the Geiger counter part of my QT.
Oh yeah, because I said it was there, just non-functioning.
Yes. I want to find out what's wrong with it and possibly repair it if I can.
In which case, your engineer electrical will be more important here, because it's better than your repair skill. So give me a roll on that then.
All right. That's only 1 under.
You spend some time taking it apart gently and sort of in your very methodical way. You know, you sort of put little bits everywhere across the counter, and you're sort of making sure that all the bits are all nicely organised. And once you've got it all spread out and sort of checking the component parts of this particular little gizmo, you come to realise that it's a little bit more advanced than perhaps you sort of took for granted. And it's outside of your scope of knowledge at the moment, so you're looking at things that you don't truly understand. You've managed to gain no information as to why this particular thing is not working.
Okay.
But then you carefully put it all back together as it was.
Okay. That takes a whole slice?
Yeah, that'll be your activity for doing stuff.
All right. For the afternoon slice.
Your methodical means that you take a lot longer than most other people.
Mhm.
What's everyone else doing whilst Ruby's disassembling part of her QT?
Same thing I do every day.
You just cracking on with more training?
Yep.
Anything in particular, or just as it comes?
The same things that I've been working on.
All right.
We've got like 40 days left.
You've actually only got 30 days left on Doctor now, and 28 on Naturalist.
Slightly better.
What about Leon? Hello.
Leon. Oh, Leon going through puberty?
One
No.
second, Mim. Okay, I've just been handed a Greg.
A Greg?
Yeah.
What's a Greg?
It is a wrap which has. Oh wow. Oh, cool. There's all sorts of crap in here. It's like hash browns, cheese, all sorts of going on.
Mhm.
Anyway, I've got my food now, so please carry on, Mim.
I really want to continue on clearing this place out, making it because I kind of want to have possibly 3 stages or areas in this abandoned place where I want to have a place where people can stay and sleep, and I also want a place to see if we can possibly grow stuff.
That's going to be a problem, bearing in mind a portion of what was the old workshop is now taken up by your makeshift still,
Yes.
which continuously sort of gently burning away and
Yeah.
water dripping out the good end.
No, I was thinking of the rooms that we have. Not in the actual workshop, but in
Well,
the different
the rooms
rooms.
Hang on.
themselves. Yes.
Did you say you wanted to grow stuff? You want to make a hydroponics thing?
No, I was actually thinking about just like ordinary like green stuff, like plants, stuff like that. I'm not
Well,
saying
yeah,
that.
but you can do that with like one of those hydroponics basins if we make one, if we can even.
Yeah, I know that. I have actually grown stuff like that in my old apartment.
Okay.
Better knowledge, cough cough.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. That is why I'm not thinking it, because I know for a fact that we had a magazine with
Oh
agriculture
yeah.
stuff in it that
There
shows.
was an agriculture magazine, yes.
Oh, we're just talking out of character.
I was just thinking maybe the Haas stepped in on one of his traps right now.
No, that was the sound of that house falling over. Like
Okay.
the rest of the
Oh
wall
yeah.
just collapsed down.
Oh, where we pulled the cables.
At long last, the house gave up and it just decided, I'm gonna lie down and rest. No, I wanted to clear out, or possibly my first priority was to clear out somewhere that could be more sterilized. Hopefully, see if we can.
Are you
Yeah,
building a clinic?
that, and I also I'm still not completely gone from the idea of making the rataways.
So a pharmaceutical engineering plant then?
Yeah,
So
want
you're
to clear out a space and see if we can make it.
you're attempting to clear room. I shall make a note.
And of course, anything usable I found in said rooms will be added to our ever-growing pile of raw materials.
Let me just make a note of the clearance first, because that's the most important.
Yeah. It was at this moment that you came upon
Can you
a
give
coil
me
of wire.
let's have a look here. Can you give me an endurance roll? Just to the act of moving stuff about.
Moving
Yeah.
stuff around. Yeah. So, yeah. 4 under.
You can just roll a lead.
I can roll leap whenever I want to, woman.
But
Leap!
Can you also now take 1 fatigue away from you, as you're going to be doing basically lifting out of like chunky bits of rubble and crap that you want to move out. So you make headway into clearing out some crap.
Mhm.
You do have a luck of 12.
Well, like a 12. You want me to roll it?
No, I'm just looking at your actual luck. You found a metal bucket, but it's got a rather huge hole in the bottom of it.
So you mean I have a makeshift metal tube?
you want me to note that down?
Yeah. At some point, I really need to have. I need to have a screen share with you where I can just see that.
The
Wow.
list.
That's like a really shit bucket.
Yeah. Other than the metal bucket, everything that you find is just trash that you move out of the way.
So, obviously with the assistance of a suitable room from our good doctor, I'm clearing out rooms to make it so that we can potentially actually create something in this. If anyone's ever played XCOM, I am basically just clearing out spaces to make new facilities.
Add troop barracks.
Yeah, barracks, workshops, laboratories, med bay.
Missile silo. Need a missile silo.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, you said that we have a difficult neighbor in Group of 9. Missile turrets. Just like, I'm just gonna open this. I just made a makeshift sunroof and just like, I wasn't supposed to make this into a missile silo. My bad. I can definitely see it meant flower shop. My bad. Flower shop, missile silos, kind of the same.
See, I think we should build a wall around Group at 9.
Yes.
What are you, Trump?
No.
No.
No. He would actually probably ask Group of 9 to build the wall for him.
Cool. So I've put that down that you've been clearing away stuff, and you've made
Yes.
a bit of a dink into the worst of it. There's still plenty of crap littered around.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when a building's been mostly unused for best part of 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then you still find like rags of clothing from the guy that used to run it, and he used to just like throw his like old dilapidated work clothes into a pile. Cool. So evening time.
Mm-hmm.
Incidentally, you'll be glad to know something has come up on the RNG.
Oh no. Trouble.
And make it double.
How much training do I need to do before I get traps up? At least 1 mark.
Your traps, 1 second. So you've been working on it now for a little bit. It's still a fair chunk away. You're looking at a month or more.
Jesus. Having a good look, Amelia.
I will say,
Yeah.
this is definitely one skill that if you get some karma points, might be worth throwing a karma point at it.
I do have a karma point, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Is it that difficult of a skill?
You can use it for
It's
quite a
not
lot.
specifically difficult, but compared to everyone else, DeHaas isn't a fucking brainiac. He's pretty averagely intelligent.
Yeah, but I mean, setting up a trap is a pretty basic thing.
According to this, I'll let you know, traps is rated as an IQ average skill.
Average.
It's more
Is
difficult
he a
than first aid.
potato?
No. It's more difficult than first aid.
Yes.
Especially when you got somebody teaching you.
Yeah, and the
That
fact that
too.
the fact that you guys have a teacher means that you're just, like, this is a bruise. Don't let it be on a person. Whereas DeHaas is like, how do I fucking make a trap? If I put a stick here, is that a trap? No. If I put a stone here, is that... So he's literally trying to teach himself how to do something.
Trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Right. Did you want to... Oh, no, you've already done your traps today, haven't you?
Yes.
Did you want to do any other training? You've still got sneak and combat knife. You
What's
can
the
also...
closest one to being? Sorry.
I was going to say, unfortunately, you missed out on today's lesson time.
That's okay. It was boring anyway.
Rude.
The closest one that you can teach yourself is how to stab people.
Okay, I'm going to practice how to stab someone. Gurky. Oh, wait.
Gurky! Summon ethereal Gurky.
Fuck you. Which I actually found out today that if you're in a Discord call and someone calls you, you can hear your own ringtone over someone else. I was talking to Saint and just suddenly I just hear, "You think you're big time? You're prepared to die." I'm just like, what? So yeah, every time my phone rings, it just starts by going, "You think you're big time?"
Give me your phone number so I can call you and do that to
Just
you.
indefinitely.
Middle of the night at 3.
Yeah, just machine
Ding.
gun fire.
There you go. Call me all you want.
Uh,
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I want to go do my hacking training
Hacking,
on
consider it
the
training.
evening slice.
Yep, you're in your
And
evening.
while doing that, try to analyze that one signal more that I received, the radio signal. Do you remember?
I do. I'm just making a secret roll.
Sneaky rolls.
You can discover nothing more today than you learnt yesterday, I'm afraid.
Okay. But I did get my training, right?
Yeah.
Good. That is all.
Leon, what are you doing in the evening? I don't think you're doing anything at the moment. Nor is Vulcan, I
No.
don't think.
Leon is continuing excavating and quietly humming. I am a dwarf and I like to dig the hole. So he's just humming to himself. While he's just continuously
You can take
clearing
off
out.
another point of fatigue then if you're doing that.
Yeah.
What's your endurance and what's your strength?
My endurance and my strength are both 11.
Okay.
So I am a fairly hardy chap. And I just like the fact that the person whose fatigue is most critical to him is just spending it just like nilly-willy. It's just like, yeah, sure.
Cool. Vulcan.
Same.
More.
Still, yeah.
Just
Training
grab it.
until it's done.
All right. The house. Any final thoughts on the day?
The house just sits in front of the fire, just stares into it.
How alert are you for this fire staring?
Moderate.
Moderate
Passive.
alertness. Passive alertness. Okie dokie. Well, because of your danger sense, I'm going to be giving you a heads up on... I need to roll for this. Why is everything a GM roll? Can't the players do something?
You
We
want to
will
let
do
me
anything
roll for
you
all
tell
those
us.
things?
Yeah.
I'll take over.
We can easily roll. You just told us to roll how many dice? Oh, that would actually be very mean if like a GM just told me, yeah, you just roll all the dice. What did I roll them for?
To-
Oh, you don't know. I know.
Well, the
roll-
house, the
roll.
back of your neck is prickling. Your spidey sense is tingling.
Oh yeah, okay, with my rifle. I don't say anything, I just go up, grab my rifle.
I'm gonna roll perception to see if I notice him doing this.
Unless you roll something terrible.
I
Oh,
did.
okay. In which case, you're like in the back with like just rafters and wood
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna go with I
everywhere.
noticed.
Yeah.
Vulcan, you easily notice that Dahas sort of gets up, grabs his rifle. What are you doing from there,
Huh.
Dahas?
Well, what alertness do I know? I just know what the hair's just gone up my back. So
Yeah, you've just
body
got an
sense
uneasy
is
feeling.
then I'll be doing active perception at that point then.
In which case, give me a perception roll. With your, you get a bonus for this, don't you?
Do I?
I'm sure you've got some kind of bonus on your cards for random encounters.
Basic gear, soldier, danger sense. Here we go.
Cautious
Ask for a
nature.
GM roll against this to gain potential insight into danger.
Cautious nature above it. +3 perception for the random encounter.
Okay. That puts it down to 9. That's 3 under.
3 under. In the cold air of the night, as it's no longer raining, you hear noises which don't stick with you as though it's a wild animal, but there's something that's just kicked some rubble or something further down the street, and it's giving you that special little feeling in your gut that you need to be looking out.
Then I look out. What does my eye see?
Of course, you have the Eye of Sauron.
Oh.
1 second, I will tell you in just a moment, because I have to find out first. RNG. Oof. You take a quick look out the window and you sort of dash your head around and try and scope with your infrared. To the direction of the bridge, coming across this broken housing and bits of land, and coming towards the town, not per se towards you, but towards the town, certainly, is a large-ish group of what looks to be people.
Oh shit.
Are they carrying weapons?
Your infrared goodness cannot pick out if they are armed.
Can I use my scope on my rifle to give advantage on that?
Yeah, so you bring your scope up and start focusing on these guys. What did you roll on your perception?
3 under.
3 under. It's hard to make out at the current distance, even with the scope. They look quite ragtag. Some of them are definitely carrying things, but you can't make out what.
I poke my head back into Hotel de Castle Diablo, wherever the place we're living in. And I say, potential hostiles coming in.
Oh. Do you know
Do
how
I-
many?
Do I hear that from the back room?
No, you're engaged in unburying yourself from a cavalcade of semi-smashed pots and pans that you've just accidentally walked through.
Then I'll just tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we should probably be quiet.
See if we can put the lights out if we can.
Well, the only lights in here are the ever-burning fires that you keep on for the heat and
Let's turn the switch off then.
maintain the still.
How
Turn them
many-
off.
How many hostile things did you spot?
Multiple.
Well, yeah, but like 3 or 6 or
If
4?
I knew, do you think I would give you the answer?
I don't know.
We don't
I just
really know
ignore
that
you and
much
go back
about
outside to have a
them.
look.
It's dark outside, right?
It's pretty damn dark as this is happening. Yes.
Can I take a peek outside? Are they carrying lights or anything?
As you go out and look toward Dehas's gaze, as it were, you can see that there are definitely a couple of torches in the darkness. 2 or 3 torches, you think?
Are they coming towards us?
They are travelling. They're travelling from. So again, looking from the perspective of this known bridge, they were coming across this open
Yeah,
land.
that one's broken, isn't it? That one?
Uh,
Or wasn't it? I don't remember.
no, there was an old bridge here. This is an old bridge.
Hmm.
And I think those are the only 2 known crossings at the moment. So from the perspective of this bridge, they were travelling across this crushed up ground and mess of wildland here amongst these broken buildings.
So they're kind of going towards us, or are they going this way?
If you make an educated guess, you think they're headed sort of maybe into the main of this I don't know what block of buildings, I guess, toward that.
Well, they should probably be quiet and keep watch.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Okay.
Dehas, are you
Doo-doo.
yeah, Leon's just like, oh, fucking.
I'm not aware of this.
No. What are you doing, Dehas, specifically? I need to know a little bit more tactical.
I'm gonna run across the street and lay down into some rubble or something, bipod out, and keep an eye on them.
Okay, you pick out a suitable spot. They reach the roadside, and now you can look down the road. You can see that a couple of them are holding torches aloft. You would think you can't see with normal vision at this distance to count them, but through those with infrared vision, you look at it and you think maybe there's like a half dozen people here.
So about 6?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that, of course, Ruby.
No.
But
Okay.
yes.
6 or 7 bots. Okay.
And let me just. I'm going to do a reaction roll because I don't know what they're doing.
It's set up camp right in the middle.
Oh, let me get rid of this. Fucking random flag. Fucking flags! Piss off!
What are you doing, you puppet?
Now that is interesting. What does that mean on the old? Interesting. Ah, okie dokie. I need to make a perception roll for these guys, and for that I need to figure out who can actually see. Okay. Alright, perception roll coming up. So they dither a little moment in the open road. Ruby, you can just about make out the far off sort of half flickered light that's sort of keeping these guys in your vision, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
But to Haas, you can see they're sort of grouped around and appear to be discussing something. And then, briefly after that discussion, they begin heading down the road. Away from you.
Away. Okay.
Hmm.
You letting them go?
Yeah. They're not all threats.
Okay. They all turn a
The
corner.
biggest threat in the street at the moment is me.
They all turn a corner, and shortly they're out of vision, and the sound of their footsteps disappears into the night.
Okay.
I just see the Haas having a 300 moment, just like, I'm a merciful God. just taking this rifle down from his face, just like, I let you pass this time, peasants.
The encounter has passed. Everyone can eat.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. It was 11:55.
Yeah.
I pressed the wrong button.
11:43.
Yeah, it's going down to
You're backwards in
11:43.
time.
Huh?
So all of our
Yeah.
meat just went away.
That's taken care of.
And with that, the day ends.
Yay.
And of course, the rain has dissipated away. The night is chilly, a little bit cloudy, but the clouds keep it nice and semi-warm throughout the night, as warm as night can be. Let's crack on to a new day.
Well, I'm just looking at my stuff. I have to roll insomnia every time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your insomnia is every new day, whilst in an active time
And the
scope.
same with nightmares.
Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, no, not your insomnia. Your insomnia, when you're in a bout of insomnia, you have to roll for. You are currently not in a bout of insomnia.
What is the trigger of that? Because if you're saying half my fatigue, that's my narcolepsy that's triggered by that. I think you're mixing my narcolepsy with my insomnia. Wow, I am really.
No, insomnia comes in time-triggered bouts, unless you can shake them off or trigger them yourself. And currently, you're in a gap of insomnia.
Okay. But I still roll for my nightmares, and I also passed that. So I actually slept.
So you've slept, in which case you can gain back 2 fatigue, which I think puts you back at full.
Yep.
Even though you were working hard, you've managed to have a nice rest.
That's very strange for Leon to get some sleep without nightmares, but
So, November 25th. Today is going to be chilly. Oh, today is cold.
Oh no.
In fact, it's so cold, I'm going to go and check something.
Yes, your nipples are hard.
Today... November 25th, I said, wasn't it?
Yep,
Remember.
Thursday.
I need to roll a percentile dice. Let me just give myself a colored dice. You individually, as you wake up to the new day, you look out, and the ground is covered with a fine sheet of snow.
Aw. That's awesome.
No, that is a bad thing in a post-apocalyptic world where you don't have any kind of insulation or heating.
We do have heating and we have
Astronomical amount of
and clothing.
This presents another problem.
Tracks.
It says, "Hello, I'm fucking over here like a bear trap."
It's only a light dusting of snow, but yes, a person moving about would certainly leave tracks.
Can you imagine if there was fucking Deathclaw feet outside the house? Like, my arsehole just puckered to a fucking penis.
Well, maybe they don't know how to operate doors, so we're safe inside.
Cool.
That's a good point.
So on today's first snowy day of the year, what do you guys want to get up to?
Ice skating.
Just for point of clarity, on your QT, today's going to be dry. So clearly it's snowed overnight, and you're looking, it might even thaw through the end of the day.
Okay. But it's snow.
Yep.
Ruby cheers up as she sees that out of the window, because looks awesome.
The hut is even more freaking miserable than usual.
Yeah, just like, oh.
Does he tell us about? Does he tell us about the footsteps and the problem that causes?
No.
Oh,
Why would he communicate anything?
I don't know. He wants to stay alive.
I'm fine with that, thanks.
Well,
Well, Leon, I was
Yes.
going to suggest that we start burying the cable, the first part from the mill, but I don't know if that's a good idea when there's snow.
it is going to be a bit difficult to dig into possibly frozen ground, and in more case,
I
well,
don't know if the ground's frozen, but the snow probably
yeah.
going to make that a big mess and everything.
Well, one thing I'm thinking of is that, are there any wires that we can see or something that, because we could hide them just in plain sight, make them look like that they're just there.
The only other wires that you're blatantly aware of are the now long since fallen and frayed power cabling and overhead cabling that has many, many years ago deteriorated to nothing.
Okay. Well, digging it into the ground now is, well, we can give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
The
But
worst
is
part
it
of
a
it,
good idea when there's snow?
well, unless you want to wait to the snow thaws, and see a solution to your worries.
I I guess we could wait and see if it thaws in the afternoon.
We could see that. We could. Well, we could just have stay the morning in. I'll keep clearing out rooms because
Or we can go to school.
more. I got up this early to go to school. God damn it!
Yes,
And yes, he says that
I know.
in the most sarcastic, like, oh, I don't want to go to school. No. All right. Yeah, let's ask. Vulcan, are you up for doing some teaching things?
I can always do the things. Do the things.
It's all Vulcan has at the moment. Don't let him.
All right, school it is on the first in the morning.
Dahas, are you going to be joining this lesson today, or?
No.
Okie dokie. So you're now, if you hadn't already, make sure you've put your first aid up, Ruby, because you would have.
Yeah, I had already put it at
You'd
9.
already done that. Okay.
Yep.
So you're going to be learning that. You're going to be learning another level of that. Cool. And that's the morning dealt with, other than Dahas. So you're not learning. What are you doing?
I'd be kind of like poking my head out the front of the house, as the building, because obviously it's super cold weather.
Yeah, it's
he's gonna, like-
proper cold out there today. Like, even just pulling aside whatever sort of doorway you guys might have, you instantly feel that just frigid temperature.
That would be lookout duty / lookout duty, I suppose.
Lookout duty / lookout duty. Can you give me a perception check then? With no bonuses this time.
How about a bonus because I can see and looking.
You can have a
Thermal,
bonus. Yeah,
cold.
you can. It is cold, so infrared's going to be picking up a bit better. So I'll give you a bonus.
I am 1 over
You're
without
1
any
over.
bonuses.
Okay. Your pseudo guard duty passes without incident. Yeah, nothing coming your way this morning.
Good.
Right, cracking on to late morning then. What we doing?
How much snow is there left?
The snow appears to have become crystalline across the floor, and it's not thawing.
Hmm.
Your QT says that the temperature is rising, but you
Mhm.
look out and the snow is just gripping to the ground.
Dripping to the ground?
Gripping.
Oh,
Adhering.
gripping.
Not
Hmm.
moving.
Well, I guess I'll stay inside and attempt to fix my QT again.
Oh, so another session of electronic nonsense. Go on then. That's a good
Better.
roll.
That's 5 under.
So today,
Oh, 6.
after your efforts yesterday, you spend some time carefully now trying to analyze all of the different connections that the parts have and what appears to be doing what. It becomes apparent that there are several embedded chips that you have to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, I mean, you've got 3 hours as you're sort of taking things apart and redoing it and all that nonsense. So over the course of this morning, you eventually find out that essentially one of the chips had burnt through, and it's stored, I don't know, algorithm or memory or whatever might have been in this chip is now gone from the system and then preventing it from operating.
Can I attempt to write something for that using programming?
You can try. You're not totally sure what needs to be written, but you can attempt to retro-engineer the chip.
Yeah, I would like to do so. Actually, I can't pull one of those chips out of my gizmo thing, right?
Your gizmo, I will allow you a bonus to what's about to happen. Because
Okay.
giving you such a chip would be a huge bonus.
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
But you can have your gizmo, as in, I don't know, you pull out like a tester or something that allows you to do it better.
All right. And then I roll against my programming.
Yep.
Ew. Oh, that's 1 under.
1 under. You try to get the chip operational and you know getting power running through it and trying to get it to do some kind of output. After much attempts to do so, you're pretty sure the chip is possibly damaged internally, but you're not able to get it to produce any kind of functioning output.
Okay. Mm. How much time do I have left?
That will be your whole late morning slot, as it were.
All right. I'll put the cutie back together,
Yeah, you slap it back together. Yep.
and I'll probably continue this tomorrow.
Fair enough. Anyone else? Late morning?
I'm gonna clear out more
Clearing.
spaces.
In which case, give me a endurance check.
Shall do so. Uh, 1 under.
1 under. Remove a point of fatigue.
Yeah.
And it's hard going today. There's some bits of broken lumber that have come down in one of the rooms, and you're having to sort of slog it out by hand. And you're more dragging bits than carrying them today. So it's hard going.
Okay. Oh, well, okay.
I'm putting Vulcan down for some training, unless he's doing anything specific.
Nope.
It's going to be
Can I
impossible
just buy this? I have a lot of karma points. Can I just buy some of this shit?
Absolutely, you can spend karma to buy shit.
Like, how much to get Doctor to 12?
So your doctor
Is 10.
is 10 currently, you say? Doctor is a hard skill. So buying 2 points, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
On a hard, that is 12 karma points. You have 11.
Never mind. Continue.
You can pay off the training, like you've already done training, so you can buy training effectively. And that would cost, let me just do, you're 14 intelligence, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
What's your doctor currently?
10.
So your next level of learning would be 11 then. You can buy 5 days of training for 1 karma point.
So then it'll be around 22 days instead of 27?
Currently you're on 29.
No. I
No?
will hold.
You're going to keep... I mean, you've got 11 points.
I know.
But, yeah, I mean, if you want 1 point gain, then you can... that is 8 points spent, I believe.
So it costs 8 to go from 10 to 11,
Yes.
and then only 4 to go from 11 to 12.
No. When you're buying multiple points, you have a slight discount. So if you buy lots of points at once, it's cheaper. If you go up by 1 point and then another 1 point, you would actually pay a lot more.
Yeah, I'll wait. Keep going.
Okay, Luke.
Bingo.
Hazo, what are you doing for the morning, son?
Wait, check.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry.
Mm.
Don't know what you did, but you just disappeared.
Yeah, fucking audio things. Did you ask what I was doing for this second quarter?
Yes, please.
I guessed. All I heard was ask what.
Oh, right. Oh, so I'm breaking up as well. Okay.
The hazardous work on traps, I suppose.
Just fiddling around with some bits.
Yeah. Keep trying the traps thing because it's gonna take forever.
Cool. There's going to be an encounter.
Oh no.
Dun
Oh,
dun
damn.
dun. I know.
Can I counter the encounter?
You can counter the encounter with all of your sexy things. If you can make me a perception check with all your ridiculous buffing, and I'll do my roll as well.
But that's encounter countering.
Oh, pretty good.
Ooh.
Sounds like we're having a game of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
I'm countering your counter.
Counter. Can Vulcan, so Vulcan, whilst you're otherwise engaged in sort of doing whatever it is you're doing, you will be at least aware of what's going on around you. Oh,
Nope.
or maybe not today.
Not today. It's a bad day.
Bad day.
I'm nausea.
Yeah. In which case, yeah, you're busy trying to tend to yourself and don't notice whatever's happening. But, cheeky, Dehas,
Yes.
you hear, I don't want to give the game away, but at the very edge of the pickup of your hearing, in the very crisp, cold air that today is, you just hear.
Oh, it's the Castle of Arg. Would I know what that noise is?
I would say you're probably familiar with this particular type of noise. It's made by only one thing in the entire wasteland.
Could you
And
PM me what it is?
I think I know what it is.
I can PM at you? Yeah, hang on.
Fucking elephant tank. Rolling across the savannah of Germania.
You get that?
Well, fuck. Okay. My initial reaction is like, what the fuck is that noise? And that's just like the coldness of my neck just fucking pricks up to
Yeah,
this.
your neck's like, woo, I remember that noise.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Are
I
you
pick
in
up my
building with
rifle, I
us?
pick up the hand grenades, I run back into the house, and I shout, well, I don't shout, I just literally just say, trouble inbound.
In your very enigmatic way.
Ooh.
So, what are you doing about this trouble?
So I
I'm
guess we
going
gotta
to
be
go
quiet.
and can you tell me a bit more about the layout about the building we're in? Is there like a second floor? Is it a first floor?
It
is
is. It's a low, a single floored building, like ground floored building. There's no upper story to this particular building.
That's wank.
the front half of the building, or more than the front half of the building, is just one giant enclosed area that was some pre-war workshop or warehouse of some kind.
It's a high ceiling.
Yeah, with a
I
high
s-
ceiling. Yeah.
I begin to start barricading the front entrance.
Okay.
It's all the rubbish that Leon.
Yeah, Leon's like bringing shit out from the back room, and you're just like, yes, I'll take this.
What? I, I'm sorry, I missed the final part. What? Are you making barricades out of the stuff I'm clearing out?
Yeah,
So
Okay.
we'll walk up to the house. What's going on? What's out there?
danger.
What kind of danger? Because I mean, it looks serious if you're starting to barricade the door, but
I don't have time to explain. Just help.
okay, I help him. What do you want me to do?
I just look at it and just go. Isn't it obvious? Barricade the door.
Okay, everything in front of the door. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Door.
And Leon obviously picks up on this and just like, okay, instead of just throwing the stuff here and next, okay, I'm just gonna move it over here. So I'm just handing the Haas piles and piles and piles of useless crap.
Cool.
In totally unrelated news, we just broke the 1,000 new cases in Corona.
Oh, well,
Nice.
that's hooray!
Hooray.
Hooray?
Yeah,
Question
Like, and
mark.
the prediction is that we're probably gonna end up at the 2,000 mark at probably the end of this week. Hooray!
Hmm.
Like 300k, man, get on my level.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
you even trying, bruh?
Yeah. All right, America.
America, we the best. Right, enough of enough bashing of America. They get it now.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can not die.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, you've got some good guns, so you know.
Well, we're barricaded inside.
Leon suddenly got a case of just for no reason just flexing whenever the GM says we got some good guns. Ugh.
Boom.
Once I barricaded the front of the building, I literally. Is there like a table?
There are some of the old workshop tables still in the building that haven't
I
been.
literally just flip one over and I just like cock the bolt open with my rifle, make sure there's a round in it, cock it back again.
Yeah, your rifle is in perfect condition, like
All right,
highly.
I'm
Place
gonna
a magazine next to me, and there's the hand grenade next to me as well.
I'm gonna tell Quinn to be near the door.
Okay.
What? Is that a
No, it's
bad
fine.
idea?
No, crack on.
I was more thinking just
And I'm
Quinn,
gonna
go
take
to
a
the back door.
position somewhere far away from the door as well, behind something.
Right, there are several things I need to find out first for this particular encounter.
Does this thing even know we're in here?
That's part of what I need to find out, because you've now
Okay.
hidden inside of a building,
Mhm.
which maybe.
And I imagine that we're now being quiet.
So everyone's in like hush mode at Hass's insistence. So let's have a
No.
quick look here.
But serious. I mean, it looks like he's serious.
As serious as he can ever look, yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So I'll check this first of all. Cool. And then I'll check this. That's interesting. Okie dokie. So, for those that are audibly inclined at the moment, there is an noise here, I guess.
Over here. Oh, here.
Where the thing flag is.
Okay.
And you guys are
What kind of
obviously
noise?
holed up in Casa del Sexo here.
Uh-huh.
Can you give me a perception check for Ruby? Because it will have moved slightly closer in the interim whilst this barricading's been going on.
She's on it.
You're on it. You can just make out the very lowest.
Does Ruby know what that is?
You're a person that's been out and about, so and you're quite smart. You pay attention to things. There are horrible things in the wasteland that even mercs try not to talk about. They refer to these things as Wiedergangers.
Wiedergangers?
Wiederganger. But those that don't speak fluent post-apocalyptic German might know these as feral ghouls.
Oh,
Not just
okay.
a ghoul. It's a fucking feral ghoul.
Yeah, but a feral ghoul is just a ghoul that has lost contact with its humanity, basically. Can't talk to them.
And they
Well, you
tend
can
to be
talk to
very
them.
angry.
Yes.
So, in the immediate of this moment, everyone's obviously battened down the hatches and you're all being quite silent and you've told Quinn to go and stand and wait by the door. Is
Yeah.
anyone doing anything or just waiting for this noise?
Waiting, probably.
Leon is slowly regretting the fact that he still hasn't asked the host to show him how to use a rifle.
Just fumbling around, it's like, oh!
No. Leon's looking over at that rifle, just thinking, someday I'll remember, and he just clenching his wrench, just like, come at me, bro.
Okie dokie.
And also he's weirdly like scurrying very slowly off to one side, and it becomes apparent that he's moving towards the distillery, just like, you ain't taking this.
Cool.
He's defending his stuff.
Okie dokie, so you're all awaiting the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, and it's not very quick, but it begins to pass, and you can feel that things are moving. The noise, and this is annoying as a GM, begins to move away.
You want to kill us that fast?
Hey, I'm just doing what the dice tell me to, bruv.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to do anything about this?
Oh god. Fuck that.
A feral ghoul.
I will just check.
Is it just one? Can I make out how many of them?
No, the noises are continuous and seem to be intermittent between a possible group of these things.
Okay, yeah, that now I see why it's a problem.
But, and you know what? There's enough in front of me. I'm going to do another check actually. Oh Jesus! It wasn't a crit pass, and that's okay. So, okie dokie. There's a little story that's happened through the dice, and here's what happens. So as you wait in the cold and still air, the gentle crackling of the fires in the room, the only real noises, and the ever disappearing groans
I
of
know
these
what's
ghouls.
going to happen.
The noise of the ghouls disappears. Do you want to do anything once you're out of once they're out of earshot?
Can I continue your story?
You can attempt to.
Okay, so it remains quiet for a bit. And then all of a sudden you hear in the distance, Daka, Daka, Daka.
Damn straight you do.
Yeah.
They just walked up the riverbank.
Yeah, by the guard post with the turrets.
Into the waiting turrets of Gruppe 9.
Yeah.
Vulcan, you being the most perceptive of all the people, amongst the distant gunfire that's cracking out and echoing around the city's edges here, you also pick out a very faint scream. perhaps the guns weren't enough?
Huh. They might have lost one.
What? Why? What do you think
I
that?
heard a scream.
Oh.
We should probably go help. And Vulcan gets up.
Maybe if they don't see us as enemies by accident.
Hmm.
What are you doing?
I don't know if getting shot in the face would be a deterrent enough for Generous. I'm pretty sure it would be, though.
I would allow you
If
a
I would
bonus against your will
suited,
check. If you would like to take a will check to avoid being generous, I will give you a bonus to it. Because,
I
yeah,
will just say this because Vulcan knows Group of Nine don't care about just killing whoever. So if he walks out there and gets shot in the head because Group of Nine is bad at shooting, like, I mean, does it straight up make him suicidal? Because he would be like, oh, if I go out there while they're opening fire,
he
I'd
would
definitely
have an
die.
urgency beyond his own self-worth. It wouldn't be suicidal.
I'm going with walking out into a firefight is definitely suicidal. Like, this would go to the levels of I need to see a therapist type of.
Well, even with the bonus to your will, you have failed your will check. You are feeling compulsion toward aiding others at the moment.
So, like, Vulcan's not an idiot. This is suicide. This is literally killing him. Like, and that's how he would look at it. Is wow, I could go out there and help some
Is the
people, but
shooting
most
still
likely,
going on, by the way?
It is. There's a sporadic burst of heavy gunfire. Then Vulcan hears the scream. There is a shorter couple of bursts of gunfire, and then silence.
fuck it. He goes.
I go with him. Try to
He goes
tell him
quickly.
out of it.
Leon
Vulcan,
recognizes
stop!
He's not listening to you. He's being compelled.
Leon just runs after him the same as always, just like, Vulcan, come back!
So, in a fit of bolstered strength, Vulcan lunges toward the barricaded door, just dashes all of the barricading aside, running out into the cold air.
I think I should have to make a strength check for that because I have a bad back and
You
hurling.
do have a bad back. That's a very
so
good point.
let's cripple
And
me.
you're old as fuck.
Give me,
And
yeah,
you're
no,
radio-
it's a good point
I
you've
think that's
raised.
fair. Oh, hell no.
So you start trying to tear this barricade down, and you're just like, oh, and then you feel your back twinge, and you're just like, oh, shit.
So, with the debilitating pain, because now I have felt back pain before, and I tell you, I don't move once I have it.
Yeah, like
He's
this
probably
puts you on your back, like you're just, oh, fuck it, yeah.
Go save them. Go.
What am I gonna do?
You have your first aid. I believe in you.
This is your first field
Horny
exercise,
as
huh?
fuck.
Okay, Yoda.
No, the shooting has stopped. It's probably fine. They have their own medics, remember? They didn't want you.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I'm just gonna lay here for tonight. Please don't step on me.
Leon moves over and just gently, because he's done this before, picks up Vulcan and just moving over towards where our campfire
Just
is.
over back to the bin fire.
Yeah, just like I'm probably gonna need to warm him up later, but for now, just need to.
I will say, being as you have twinged your back, even being picked up gently is just like that bit of the muscle right in the middle of your back is just like.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh,
Vulcan's like, oh, Old man noises.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Old man noises.
Cool.
I walk up to where he's laying, and I'm just like, "You got to be more careful, old man. You can't just be doing such things."
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Oh. And he just rolls over.
Yeah. I'm gonna
At this
say.
point, Hannah says there is an exit out the back.
Not anymore.
Is there though?
Isn't. Not for him.
Can't move.
So you won't be able to do any training today, or any further training. So you did your
Well, I
training
thought this
early
was
on,
at
but
night. Wasn't this at night?
No.
no, this was just before the afternoon, I believe. Hang on,
Yeah, the morning slice.
where's my RNG thing?
Fair enough.
Yeah, because you'd already done training in Doctor, so this would have been just after lunchtime. But you won't be able to concentrate on your
Like anything. Just down.
yeah. So you're kind of out for the count. I would take a fatigue point off you, but honestly, you'll just get it back at the end of the day because a single fatigue point isn't going to hurt you. That's your
For the
health.
RP, I'm going to take it off because it makes sense.
That's your health. Give that back here. Take it.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
I've adjusted. Cool. So those that aren't currently suffering from sciatica, what do you want to get up to?
How's the snow doing outside?
You look out and the snow is still there. It looks like it may have begun defrosting a little. Like it's got that wetness shimmer on it, but it's still there.
Well, Leon, are we gonna give it a try?
No, I should probably. And he walks slowly over and picks up the rifle. I should probably learn how to use this.
Oh
Fully,
yeah.
fully expecting of Ruby just to look at him with like, "You haven't done that yet."
Yeah, exactly. Leon.
And Leon just gets mildly annoyed and looks over you. You have been with me all the time. When did you expect me to learn this?
I don't know, instead of moving all the stuff out of the building.
Well, I kind of want to make a place where we can make some stuff so we don't die of radioactive poisoning.
Oh, buddy, that's just gonna happen anyway.
Positivity.
Yeah. Let's
I-
be real here.
I actually like the fact that that Vulcan actually, that Frosty answered that through Amelia's microphone, so he was like,
Yeah, in the
so far
background.
Oh, we all just. Leon walks over to the house and gently asks, "Can you help me learn how to use this? I can take it apart and I can make ammo for it, but I can't use it."
The Huss shoulders his rifle and picks up the thing that he's holding. What is this rifle, by the way?
It's a 32 cal hunting
I'm
rifle.
sure. I have it over here on my.
Yeah, it's somewhere over here.
I want to see the new card for it.
Okay. I pull the bolt back and take the bolt out completely, and I remove the firing pin, and I put the bolt back in, and I give it back to him. Now it's safe for everyone, and I'll just walk off.
Aw.
I think that's a no, Leon.
I just pocket the firing pin in his top blazer pocket, whatever. So pass his top. He goes, "No, it's safer for everyone." I just walk off. I'm checking on my traps.
Do I see this happen?
Mim's just stunned. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a throw now. What would that throwing? Okay. Yeah,
What are you throwing?
I'm throwing the rifle back at him.
Ah,
Okay. Can I attempt to catch?
Oh yeah, I'm not being silent about it. Just like, catch this
Well,
fucker.
the worst of it is, as he tosses the rifle towards you, being as it's not intentionally a throwing item, it throws awkwardly from his hands and just lands a few yards in front of him, just clattering to the floor.
Well, you might as well put it back together, and then you can go sell it if all you want for it. And I walk away.
What's wrong
I
with
take
you
the
two?
rifle. Thanks. Actually, I don't say thanks. I just take the rifle.
There you go. Have a 32 cal rifle.
There you go.
Thank you. That's You should have thrown the card across the table like you threw the rifle.
It just does.
No, because I didn't want to have Rich having to rewind the table.
It's right. These don't throw that well. They're actually pretty shit.
I'm sorry, my guy's callous.
Yeah.
He generally is a dick.
He is not
Well,
going for things.
Like, Jack, I am getting the sense that every single character that you've made, that includes Lynch and Jonas and Haas.
Lynch
like,
was
every
alright.
one
He
of
was just afraid.
Yeah, well, none of them ever wants to work with me.
Well,
Like,
Jonas was happy to work with you until you punched him in the back of the head. Somebody stole his rifle and then tried to drug him. So he was like, "Well, fuck you guys."
Anyway, back to the present.
in the future.
Yeah, back to the present in the future.
Yeah.
So a tiff between the two handbags at the end of the room.
Fucking stroppy teenager.
A tiff between the handbags? What does that even mean?
Oh my God.
Of course, yeah, you won't be familiar with such Englishism. If someone's being a bit of a handbag, then it basically just means they're acting like an old woman. And
Of course. A handbag.
It's like swinging handbags at
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Handbags. Having a fucking Barney.
yeah.
A Barney Rubble.
So,
Terrible.
with that concluded, you do have effectively 2 slots of the day still. What's happening?
Well, I guess that's not happening, Leon. How about you just go practice a bit with your pistol and get some familiarity with that, huh?
No, fuck that shit.
Maybe I can teach you how. Well, no, I guess I can't.
I could take the
I'm
pistol as
just
well
gonna-
if you want.
No.
No. Leon just. I need to cool off, and he grabs his shovel and he just walks off that.
Oh God, something
You have a
to
shovel?
cool off, bud.
I was
Where'd
going to
you
say
get your shovel
you don't have a shovel, mystical magical shovel man.
Bucket with a hole in it.
You've got a bucket with a hole in.
Well, I looked through the pile earlier and I saw we also have a garden hoe, so that's probably useful for making holes.
But just because it's
A garden hoe is useful for making holes. Yes, that is a sentence I did not expect, but yes.
What's so funny about it?
Hoe.
Oh,
Not
ho,
that
ho.
kind of hoe.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. Well,
In other news, I've just found my phone charger.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was it missing?
It wasn't
Well-
necessarily missing, but I'm glad that I found it.
Well, Rich, you can scroll back in the chat, and then you can see my phone number, and then you can have me. And then you can call me and having me listen to Gurky dying all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Cool.
I-
Angry cooling off Diggy Man.
I'm going with him, by the way.
You're actually going to go with him. Okay.
I'm going
Uh-huh.
to call him Doug.
DUD.
Vulcan, are you ignoring all of this nonsense and just dying slowly by the fire?
I think that I'll be wishing that I'll be dead at this stage.
Can be arranged. Probably from the behavior.
Just give me a little bit more time to think about it.
Give me just
take
enough
you up
enough time to die of old age. Yeah.
If you make an endurance roll for me,
Your wish is my command.
no, the pain is too much for you. I was going to allow you to potentially learn a little bit of naturalist by just sort of, busying your mind, but it's just too distracting. Every now and then you sort of get that twinge of muscle where it's just like, and you're like, oh fuck, and you're not
Yeah,
concentrating on
inside.
anything today.
Yay!
So, Vulcan's fucked for today. You guys have gone off to dig something up. I presume you're
Yeah.
attempting to dig for your 30 yards of cabling.
Yes, over here where the thing is, and Ruby is going to try to make it so we lay it where possible through the buildings as well, I guess, and then try to cover up where we've laid it as much as possible so it looks as natural as possible. Although that's not possible with the snow, but for when the snow goes away.
Yeah. So, attempting to cover your tracks, as it were.
Yep, and then where the cable ends, because we only got 30 yards, try to hide that a little bit, but make it so we can find it back.
I'd hope you remember where you've dug. It would be a bit weird if you did. What is... so, Leon, you've got 11 endurance, and Ruby has 10 endurance. Can Ruby make an endurance check for me then?
Uh-huh.
I'm presuming Quinn's out with you.
Yep, that's
Cool, you
10.
make-
That's on it.
Okie dokie. In which case, can you both take away 1 fatigue point for strenuous work outside?
Mm-hmm.
And can you both take an endurance check because it's fucking cold today? And
Okay.
just being
we're
outside is
working.
draining.
Oh, I am free over.
I'm 3 under.
Right. Mim, you can take an extra fatigue. The
So
cold is biting through you.
Okay, so I'm losing two points on this.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, you are bitterly cold today, even in the heavy clothing that you've got on. It's just biting
No, I'm
through you.
bitter over the house being a fucking douche.
I don't want some idiot shooting me in the back of the head.
I didn't shoot him. I tossed a rifle at him.
No, I'm just saying if I teach you how to shoot, then I'd probably get a bullet in the back of my head, so don't trust you.
Does Leon even seem remotely like a person who could kill another person?
Oh, here's the thing: Dehas doesn't trust anyone.
Yeah. It's not personal, Mim. He hates everyone equally.
You know, Jack, this is definitely the reason why I'm not in your Dungeons and Dragons, because I'm pretty sure your despise of me would get me killed in every single set.
No, that'll be I'll think of his name now, for God's sake. Dwarf.
Dwarf Saint.
Saint.
Oh, Saint. Yeah.
What's what
Saint
thing?
kill me?
Probably.
Anyway, besides that, you guys eventually have dug up and attempted to excavate your way to. Let me just check something in the old rule book here. Guess this counts as some kind of physical thing. I don't know. Uh, who's got the highest sneak amongst you both?
Sneak.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got 8.
6.
Oof. Okie dokie. Having dug up and buried a length of your cable, you look back over your hard work and realise that where you've dug up and done your work, it looks like someone's dug up the ground and buried something. Like you just look back and think, that doesn't look very good at all.
Okay. But the cable is buried.
The bit that you have, yes.
Okay.
Do we know? Do we? Is it possible for us to remember where this cable is buried?
Well, it's
Yeah, I
obvious,
mean,
isn't it? Because
yeah, you've done a bad job of burying it, and I would hope you can
Okay, fair enough.
remember in the short space of time between, now and tomorrow or whatever, where you put a cable.
Okay.
There
it'll
is one other
probably-
thing I need to look at from a rules perspective, and it's to do with Ruby, I'm afraid. So here's the problem. Your methodical is going to bleed the amount of time you need to do this into the rest of the day.
Okay.
Do you want to avoid that, or are you happy to...
Does that get the result better?
No.
Well, then she's gonna try to be like, nah, we'll deal with this later.
Alright, give me a will check then.
That passes by 2.
Yeah, in which case you manage to block it out from your mind. It's no longer a concern, and you're happy that the mashed job that you've done is adequate.
Hmm.
Cool. And that takes us... Did Dehas do a thing in that section? I can't remember if I've asked you. Don't think you have. What are you doing, Dehas?
There has to be trapping.
You've already done traps today, unless you just want to go around doing your traps.
I'll just be patrolling.
Let me roll a dice, because I like rolling dice when you patrol. You check on one of your traps, and there's a small mutant 5-legged rabbit caught in one of them.
Aww.
It had tried to hop away, but having 5 legs meant that it couldn't get away from your trap, even though your trap's really shit. Either way, you beamed it with a rock or something, and it's now less rabbit-like and more food-like.
Excellent.
You can add 1 point of food to your stock and or the shared stock of foods.
Excellent.
Cool. So
Should I do that, or are you keeping it?
I'll be keeping this one.
Okay.
rabbit. Can you put that as a raw food because it's currently unprepared?
Yeah, I'll put it in my notes.
Cool. Right. What's the rest of the day look like then?
I'm gonna go do my hacking training and attempt to get more information about that signal.
Can you give me a look at your skills? Gosh darn it. Can you actually give me a roll on your science?
My
Your
science.
science.
That passes by 1.
You don't gain any true insight into this broadcast that you're
Okay.
tracking. Let me just check something else though. You do pick up a brief intermittent other signal, though, which is on a frequency that you're unaware of. On your electro tracker program.
Mm-hmm.
Your new signal is going to be on 5438. That's 0.5438. There you go.
Okay. And this is also something that actually looks like a valid signal.
I'm checking now. It's very brief. It's weak, possibly from a moving destination or signal. And it's too weak to get anything solid out of what it might be. So mostly it's just interrupted form of static where a signal's broadcasting.
Okay. Are all the other signals still there?
Go away,
Well,
flag.
obviously the one I was trying to. Huh?
There was another flag that interrupted me. Yeah, all of your other signals, you rotate quickly through all your known frequencies. Still with the same outputs that they had previously. None of them appear to have either improved or worsened. So whatever
Okay.
they are, they're broadcasting from a static location for sure.
Fair enough. That was all.
I believe this is afternoon, isn't it?
No, it's in the evening.
Oh, is it evening? Hang on.
Hmm? My last slice.
Training, burying, hacking. Okay, yeah, evening. In which case, I'll need everyone else's evening because you're the only one to have done anything in the evening. And I know that Vulcan can't do anything. He's crippled. But what about Leon and DeHaas? What are you up to?
I would probably be tending to Bolton and just taking care of him.
Okay, can you give me a roll on
Leon.
first aid?
Oh.
No, I'm not first aiding him. I'm
You're
just
taking care of him. That's what first aid does.
That is literally what we've been doing over.
Oh, great.
Now I am the master.
Oh, dude, you don't need a scalpel.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to know something though? Vulcan, so Leon begins fussing around you and he sort of comes over with a pot of soup at one point and he's sort of doing his best to be sort of bedside nurse. And after his tender, loving care, you begin feeling better. Your back eases up a little bit and you're feeling a little bit more sprightly.
Awesome. Glad to see that these things haven't been wasted on you. Although I'm pretty sure you're just going off of like your default. Would you roll? Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm just hearing what Vulcan is saying, smiling, and just to myself, just like I already knew all of this beforehand, but it's not
Well,
important.
you know, if you want to try something harder, I can teach you how to do open heart surgery. Oh, we'll need to find somebody for that.
Unless suddenly Vulcan has turned into a mind reader, you don't know I'm thinking that. I'm
I
just
mean,
smiling.
I'm pretty perceptive, and if your face is as shitty at
Oh, fuck.
talking,
He has 9 charisma, so he's moderately readable.
and I'm super perceptive. So
All right, yeah, I'll give you that. You read off my face that I'm trying to be nice to you. And okay, you're like, no, that's okay. But if ever you want to, I can show you how. But we could trade, and then I'll show you how to make a functional car engine.
I don't know if we have time to teach me that stuff before I expire. So let's just stick with teaching you things. You're a young lad. Slap you. There's more for you to learn. Now
I just looked down at Volcanic. Yeah, I would slap you back, but I'm pretty sure I would probably.
I'm pretty sure I would die if you did that. So
Your back would go out.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm taking the evening just like being like we're brothers in arms with just having a evening with Vulcan. Apparently, just having a good old time,
Fair enough.
joking and making fun.
Dehas, what's going on whilst Social Billy over there is getting his thrill on?
I'll be skinning the rabbit with
So
my
you're
knife.
you're prepping your rabbit. You have survival. Can you make me a survival check? If you pass the survival check, you can make it into food rather than raw food.
Excellent.
that rabbit is skinned.
Oh wow! You
just
look evilly at it, and it just skins itself.
yeah, so whoop.
It's like, you better skin yourself, bro.
Have you ever skinned a rabbit before?
I haven't done it personally, but I've heard many a tale of such things.
You basically just nip a little bit at the back of his neck, and you just literally rip its fucking skin off.
Yes.
I just literally grab the head in one hand, and then just the skin in the other, and I just go, walla bang, walla bang, and you just pull it in one motion.
Have you done that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chike,
my dad did
I say it right now. If you ever do it again, do not videotape it and send it to me, because Sif would be horrified
Yeah, bunny.
of you just pulling off the skin of a animal
Something
that
like
I know.
I think
Hellraiser.
I first saw that when I was a bit older than Sif, like 2 years older, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe 1.
I'm pretty sure she would probably be fascinated by it, but I'm pretty sure she would also be a bit horrified by it.
The realities of things that we eat.
Yes.
Okie dokie. You've still got plenty of time though, Chi. Your rabbit skin. Basically, you sort of whip out your combat knife and you're just like chunk chunk chunk, and it's just like.
You can make a nice hat out of the fur.
Yeah. Small hat.
You can make a small hat if you would like.
Cozy, warm fur hat.
I'll just chuck it towards her. And I begin cooking the thing on the fire, I suppose.
Yeah, on one of the many brewing fires that you have. But yeah, you've got plenty of time to do an other thing if you'd like.
No, he's gonna chill out.
Just chilling with your rabbit.
He's probably just gonna clean the new rifle he's got though.
All right, just like kink kink kink. Okay, yeah, you disassemble and reassemble and clean out the somewhat rusty old 32 that you've got. Everyone needs to eat unless Dehas is using his rabbit. He can have that, and you only need.
Didn't we all eat for the entire day in the morning, or accounted for it?
You did yesterday. This is a whole new day, Bon.
Oh, alright.
Are you eating your rabbit?
So we're going down
Yeah,
to
it will be, yes.
All right, 11 off the food then, because Dehas
31.
has fed himself.
32 then.
There you go. Let me check the RNG for things that might go bump in the night. Nothing happening this evening, I'm afraid.
Yay!
Honey, looks like this guy.
What?
I presume you guys are still wanting to do actual stuff, so fast forwarding's out of the question at the moment. Because you're
Yeah, there's
busy
too many different
concentrating
things,
on
I guess.
projects.
What weather is it?
I will get to that in a moment. If I
A
Fucking blizzard.
fucking bliss.
nightmare on the dot.
That's a pass, isn't it? Or is it it's
That is
-1 on a nightmare.
yeah. Oh yeah, I meant on the dot with the penalty. With
Oh, on the
penalty.
dot with the penalty, in which case that's a pass.
Yeah, whenever I roll them, I just know I have to deduct one, so I just do it automatically.
So the night comes and goes. It's going to be a little bit warmer today. When I say a little bit, the average temperature's gone up 1 degree.
Woohoo!
And looking outside, the snow has now broken and dissipated for the most part. There's still small patches in the sort of more sheltered corners of the streets and things. But for the most part, the snow's disappeared and the ground's just wet.
Okay.
Mm.
Crack
So
on.
it's now warmer.
It's the average temperature is going to be 7 today.
Okay. That's pretty warm for this time.
Yeah, I mean
Nice.
it's all right. 7.
Well, at least it's not a nuclear winter. That's always good. It's just a normal winter.
No, it's the edge of a nuclear winter though. So
True.
I mean, you are literally only just past what would be considered the worst of a nuclear winter.
Mm.
So yeah, crack on. Don't let me hold you back.
Right, Leon.
Okay.
Are we gonna do school first?
Oh yeah, anyone
Yeah.
that slept successfully can have 2 points of fatigue back.
Okay.
For RP purposes, Vulcan, because you were successfully first aid and you've managed to rest, your back is now out of agonize mode.
Woot!
Hey, Leon did something good.
You healed the healer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, it's like the age-old saying: if you have a healing stick that deals 2 points of health and 1 point of damage, you could actually beat someone into the feeling better.
That's a way to look at it.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I mean, like I am very clumsily healing the healer. Ruby, I think school will probably be first. See if we can get towards midday. See if we can get some more sunshine or something before we go looking for more cables.
Okay.
Because as soon as we can have cables in here, if we can find some kind of electric heater or something.
Mm. Or make one. I mean, we have a whole bunch of wires, like wire scraps. We could make a coil and transform it into a lower voltage and
While you're
more
talking,
amperage and make
Leon's
a
eyes just
heat
widen up.
element.
Yeah. Leon is just, when you started talking, just contemplating on how to build a heater. Just like, oh yeah, and just goes on and on and on in his head. So, but
Well, Ruby knows of electrical engineering, so she knows how to make transformers and stuff.
yeah. Oh God, I just realized something. We could actually, if we, with a more sustainable water supply,
Hmm.
with a electric heater, and
Replacing the coal fire.
Electrolysis.
no,
Want to make
no.
hydrogen? Oh,
No. Actually, I'm thinking more luxury than anything else. I'm just like, if I just had,
a bathtub.
well, yeah, you can also have a hot tub. But one of the things I was just thinking, like, if I had enough plumbing and I could just run it on the concrete and just put a layer of dirt over it, you could actually have floor heating.
Oh dear God.
Huh. That's not a bad idea, but that we wouldn't actually need more water because it's a closed system.
It's just
I mean,
thinking, yeah.
we'd have to let
But
it run for a few days and gather all the water and then put it in, and it's distilled, so it probably helps keep everything from corroding.
true. Uh, uh,
uh,
but but yeah. I like the fact that I thought of central heating and Emil just went hot tub.
Yes, the most
Um,
essential thing in the post-nuclear wasteland is a hot tub.
and central heating.
but
And,
making the
and
distiller run on electricity would be nice too, because then we won't have to worry about wood, although it
Well,
isn't very difficult.
bear in mind that your output of electricity is going to be somewhat limited. You're not going to have a
no,
hydroelectric dam with
Mm.
no,
many kilowatts of power.
No,
no.
not yet. That won't be until we add more upgrades to the mill. We're gonna
Mm,
no.
turbine.
Anyway,
But yeah,
so what is happening today?
school first, and then uh, probably salvage afterwards, depending on stuff.
If we can still find a good spot that we haven't looked through
Yeah.
recently.
Actually, you know what?
While going on with in the school time, like the house really didn't want to help me with the whole rifle thing. I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know what that is all about. So now he has that rifle.
Yes.
Yeah, I got really angry at him. I'm just a bit tired of people just.
Couldn't you have just made a new trigger thingy? Or whatever he took out?
Oh, the fire pin? Oh yeah, I couldn't have
Yeah.
made a new one. I've just got annoyed at him, and well, he does keep us safe from a distance. So, uh,
You should probably figure out how to use your pistol properly.
probably,
I
or
mean,
yeah.
I know how to use this pistol and I grab my energy pistol, so I don't know if I can help you, but
Sadly,
Uh,
you are not savvy enough in pistols to
yeah.
offer assistance, and even if you could, you'd only be offering laser
uh,
pistol.
But
it
don't
just
you know exactly how your pistol works anyway? Because you're very
Oh, he
knowledgeable
knows
about these things.
mechanically exactly how it works.
So all you have to do is, try aiming with it and just practice.
I know that. Oh, yeah, I could do that. He's clearly just staring at your energy rifle. Can I just see the energy shell of that one?
The cell,
Yeah, just a
yeah,
cell.
sure. Here, look at one.
All right. I pick it up and look at it. Rich, is that the same shell as the one I already have?
From what? You'll have to give me some context here.
It's in my item list in my notebooks.
Oh, in your notebook. Hang on. Bum, 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 bum.
It's under the aluminium and above the frying pan.
Above the frying pan. One bloody second. You've only gone and thrown a bit of a spanner in my works. I will have to quickly look it up. Well, but Roll a d6 for me, Mim, because I currently have no other notes other than what is available. So you're going to generate what type of shell things you have.
Sec.
Rolled a 6. The energy cell that the Watts laser pistol uses is the small energy cell. So it's, as you might know from Fallout, it's sort of a fairly
Nope.
chunky looking battery thing. It's about fist size. It plonks in like a whole unit that slots into whatever it's powering.
Okay. So
And the ones you have are depleted versions of that very same thing.
So basically, what she's using, I already have those. Mine are just depleted.
Yes.
Okay. I jump off in the middle of class, looking at it, and just walking over to my pile. I need a backpack. I really do. I need a backpack. Walk over to my pile of stuff, and I just pull out a handful, which I would guess what would that be about?
A handful is so. When it comes to ammo, you have one full reload, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's enough that you can reload a
Mhm.
weapon for basically an entire fight. And one reload for most weapons might be like 3 or 4 magazine clips. That's one reload's worth.
Okay.
You have a handful. So after a reload, the next smallest is a few. In which case you literally have a few reloads worth of bits. And then the smallest, which is what you have, is the handful. And that is describing basically the very smallest denomination. So you probably have one energy cell.
Oh, one energy cell is. I thought one energy cell was just a whole reload.
Yeah, but
A full one.
Obviously energy cells are capacitive, so they hold lots of different grades of energy. For the
Yeah.
purpose of how ammunition is being handled here, a handful is the smallest amount of things, so that's usually one energy cell. Like literally the physical thing of one energy cell.
Okay.
But I'm not ever going to get into the nitty-gritty of describing exactly how many cells or how many bullets you have, because the mathematics of trying to maintain that is ridiculous.
I have been keeping track in my notes as like 0.25 is the smallest, and then 0.5 is the other.
It's more like
0.75.
1/2 and 1/3 is the scale of things really. So one reload is, like I say, one
That's
reload
one.
is one whole capacity to use a weapon fully.
Mm-hmm.
A few shells is like 1 or 2 magazines, or maybe 2 energy cells. And then a handful is just the bare minimum to fire a weapon, basically.
Okay, so it goes from 1, 0.5 to 0.25. Kinda.
If you must know the exact mechanics, and it's utterly redundant because it means nothing.
It's only for keeping. I want to have a numerical value on it, so it's easier in my Excel sheet.
Energy cells.
The size of a single reload is determined by what weapon you're using it on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Even my fucking mathematics has gone wrong horribly. So in terms of numerical scale, one reload is 4 amounts of reload, effectively.
So 4 full reloads?
Yes. Because it's supposed to be enough ammunition to fight a whole round of combat. And each round of combat
Okay.
is about 10 seconds. And in that scale of time, it's entirely possible for a person to let rip full 4 magazines worth of ammunition.
Mhm.
So 1 combat's worth of ammunition capacity is 4 reloads in physical amounts.
Mhm.
The few reloads is 3, I believe, if my maths is correct here.
Okay, so that would be 0.75
Yeah,
out of a combat
out of a full load,
round.
yeah, it's 0.75, I guess.
Mhm.
And then a few is less than a third's worth of the total. So
Why can it not
Wait,
just be numbers?
weren't we already at a few? What's in between a full
you've
reload and a
got
few?
one reload, a few,
Yeah.
and a handful. Those are the only options you have.
Okay, handful, and that is
That is effectively 1 of whatever so
so that's
1,
0.25.
yeah, 0.25 if you want to give it a numerical value.
Okay.
But honestly, numbers are going to be meaningless because they're not directly interchangeable numerically. Because you will go from having 1 reload to having a few after having expended some.
Yeah, I know, but this way I can keep it on my sheet
Okay.
easier.
Yeah, well, if it helps you, then
Now I may have to redo something. Okay, no, that's fine. So what did Mim have? How much?
he's got the smallest possible amount. He's got effectively 1 cell's worth, which is a handful. He has a handful of depleted small energy cells.
I actually
Stick
have
them on the fire.
an idea. No, don't chuck them on the fire. There's energy left in that. Could I have that, Leon?
Yeah, I was thinking of if we could recharge them.
I don't know if we can, but those cells have a lot of energy to, enough to make a laser beam. What if I try to make it so it powers this and I pull out the walkie-talkie? That would probably last for quite a long time if I get it to work.
You're more than welcome to it. I have, I think actually, Arnica found them for me back then.
Okay. But it would be really useful if I can get this to work, because then we can communicate from a distance.
Could be nice.
All right.
So Haas walks up to you guys.
Mhm.
He's got the fucking pop-ups. Ubisoft, piss off. Sorry.
He's got the pop-ups from Ubisoft.
Let's
Three in a row. It's like ping, ping, ping.
just let it out. Come on.
I'm sorry, Jake. I'm sorry. I've been reading a comic where the main character is annoyed by the world has suddenly become a video game for him. So pop-ups pop up in front of him while he's having a conversation with people, and he just like swats them away like they're flies. I just pictured the house just walking up and just suddenly just
Pop-up.
swatting.
He's got a pop-up in his eye.
Yeah, it's got pop-ups in front of him, just like, what? Go away. It's just like
New
So,
quantum cola.
So
That
I
was-
now have those cells. Or the cell, it's
Yeah.
a single cell, right? A full cell.
It's a handful of depleted energy, small energy cells. That's all you need.
Oh,
to
they're
know.
depleted.
Yes.
Oh. Well, how is it still a handful of reload then?
It's considered a handful's worth. Again, because
Okay.
it's not numerical. These are esoteric terms. So
Okay, so well, if it's depleted, I have no use for it, but I can still use one of my cells to try to do that experiment.
yeah, you can still potentially try that.
So I have 4 reloads and a handful, I think. What? Now,
Do
Sorry,
you,
I'm
what's
just
wrong?
do you want more pop-ups?
But you were doing something.
yes. I was going to walk up to you guys. I was just carrying the rifle in my hand, the 32,
The hunting rifle.
and
Mhm.
I teach you this safely if you can make these. And I shrug the other rifle off my shoulder, pull a bolt back, eject around.
The thumb-sized round that falls out.
The paperweight that is will stop the fucking wheel turning. And I have a kind of fistful of cartridges, I suppose.
Yeah. I can give it a bash. Seeing I have a bullet that works right here, so I can probably work out. And I'm gonna roll my small gun to see if it's just an upscaled version of the rifle rounds that I know. Oof, on the dot.
To your eye, the round that has been presented to you, beyond its ridiculous size,
Compensating.
appears to be quite well crafted. It seems to be an amalgam of different metals used as a head tip. So it's not something that's going to be easily replicable.
Mm.
I'm just still staring at you like,
Yeah,
well,
and you're staring at Leon, just staring at this bullet and just like admiring it, and just this is well made. Where did you get this? Like, who made this for you?
can
He
you make
stands
them
up.
or not?
What?
Wouldn't we
Can
need
you
a
make
way
them
to
or
melt
not?
metal to make these things?
Yeah, you'd need some form of crucible to be able to come close to mimicking this bullet.
Also, again, I couldn't hear what Jack was saying because Amelia was talking over him. Who made these for you?
Can you make them?
Um, it's complicated, but it's more in case of I don't have the equipment to make it, but the mechanics of them is simple enough. Yes, I can make them if I have the equipment for it. Or I could make a crude version of this because I can't replicate the bullet part, but I can replicate a bullet or a piece of metal of the same size for it.
You know, if you can keep collecting your empty shells, you could probably reuse those.
That's what these are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I'm guessing
have them. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he's got.
I
Yeah.
missed that part.
And Ruby saying that, I kind of, for a moment, just quietly giggled to myself, just like, that's what the ones in his hand are. Just giggling.
I just kind of give you that stare, like what?
What?
Yeah, just like how like, just for a moment, just like, how are you so intelligent that you can control a robot and not
These are not
realize
wind
this?
chimes.
I have terrible perception.
True.
It's not a
right.
robot. I don't understand.
Specific. But yeah, I can. First thing I would do is if I can make a crude bullet of the same caliber, but it will not have the same impact as the ones that you have. But yes, I can make these work.
Good. Tomorrow, I teach you to use this.
Okay. And yeah, Leon was about to say something dumb, but he decided against it.
Check Will for
I
dumbness.
just walk back to the fire.
Yeah. I am concerned about his eye levels. The amount of times he just stares into a bright fire. It's just like,
Well, I would hope that he's got at least some way to control his input.
sometimes he stares at ashes. But yeah, school first, and Oh yeah, we were actually doing all of this while while Vulcan was
Yeah,
trying to teach.
Vulcan's like busy pointing at something on the wall, and you guys are just yabbering away. He's like, guys, I'm trying to teach.
But
Sorry.
but he's a little high,
He's a
so
little
he doesn't even notice. He's
So he's
like,
just
pointing.
staring at a diagram he's drawing out of an arm. He's like, yeah, this is a fucking good looking arm.
Yeah. So like that whole thing happens without.
Okie dokie. Right. So anyway, yes, training for the morning in first aid. Dahas, are you paying attention to this or
No.
nope? Okie doke. Cool. That's there. That's there. Excellent. Dahas, what are you doing for the training session of the day, as it were?
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby, stabby! I'm going to stab you. So Dahas just goes off to the back of the workshop and starts assaulting a big piece of lumber.
Yeah. Stabbing at it.
Cool. That is everyone for the morning, so let's get to the next section of the time. Oh, have I missed something? Hang on. I have missed something. Oops. I need to put that there. Right, let's do the next section of time.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
On this map over here,
The little map scale map, yes.
the area where we are,
Yep.
can we scavenge there too?
You can, because you've been living here and basically working around the area. I'm going to give it a flat -1, because like you're already looking for stuff in the area all the time. So consider it
Maybe we
like
should go on that one instead, because there. I mean, it's not all urban, but there's a few buildings. I think.
So you've got a section of ruins here to your southwest.
This over here. Wait, this is ruins?
No, this one here.
Yeah, the yellow.
And then all of the lighter color, yellow-green, is all grassland.
Okay.
Goes out into the
Yeah, Leon, you want to go look for some more cable down
Yeah.
in that direction, and I point at this this area.
Yeah, Leon just takes his head out of staring into a massive bullet casing and just working out, okay, how am I going to make this thing function again? Yeah, I'm ready. So where are we going? Which one of these?
This one.
Oh, we're going into the wooden areas.
No,
the
there's
yellow.
an area of
Oh, the red
ruins.
one.
Yep.
So
Looking for more cable, and who knows what else we'll find.
so where would that be on our map?
It would
It's
be
like here somewhere.
yeah, it's probably just down in this sort of section of
Right.
nonsense.
I just want to keep tabs on where we are on the map because it really just helps me visualize it all.
That's all right.
Mhm.
That's why it's there. Also, again, our device people, zoom out and just look at the chaos that is our table and just realize that it's just missing bags of chips, to be honest.
Bags of chips.
Yeah, just it's messy, there's a lot of stuff on it, dice, and it's just like just missing bags of chips and cokes, whatever. Beer. Yeah.
Yeah. I shall look to get you some beer.
Oh, I could really go for a good cider about now. That is why we really
Cider,
need.
now you're talking.
That is why we really need a session, like a live session in England, so we can have some proper cider.
Spread the coronavirus to each other.
Yeah, let's share the love.
Yeah, spread it. It'll be fine.
Nurgle will be
Frosty,
happy.
would you stop being such a sourpuss? It would be fun.
Sorry, coronavirus doesn't exist apparently. Fake news.
Wait, what now?
You're gonna be one of those people.
There you go, there's a beer.
What if I am? You got a problem with that?
I do.
Okay, well, that's your problem, not mine.
If you're not into beer, then there's some Mountain Dew. And Duff.
What is this shit?
He
Well,
said
mine
he
is a
wa-
light, so that's a non-alcoholic. But I'm
I'm
gonna
glad
put,
you gave me the duff. Like,
yeah.
okay, well,
Well, the person that started the game playing an alcoholic. You're making it rain on my
ooh,
character.
what's underneath? There's.
You've discovered that one has states, apparently.
I know what it looks like when it has states now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I like to think Frost is just doing Fanta.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
Slurm.
Slurm.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway,
Can I fucking save this object? Yes, I can.
yeah, you can. Of course, you can.
That Budweiser or Pissweiser?
Pisswasser.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, we're heading out to scavenge more cable.
Clorox.
Bleach?
Oh, that's the Trump special.
Clorox?
Scavenging.
Yep. Oh, I have to roll
Oh, here's some chips for you.
scroungery. Chips. Right. I'm gonna roll
An
scrounge.
encounter I want to get embroiled in. Chips.
Hang on, hang on.
Oh, I'm 3 over my scrounge.
There you go. Have some
You
chips,
can roll
dude.
it now. I knew that was chip. What was your number? Sorry, I was busy concentrating on the chips.
I'm
A
3 over my
13.
scrounge
Oof.
roll.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
And fuck. And I am 3 under my trap.
You're 3 under and you're 3. Okay, so no big old cable today.
Aww.
That's a lot of dice. And no little wires either, but you are looking in ruins. And as such, you have come across some random crap.
Random
Hey,
stuff.
look, crap.
So, if the crap notation person can pay attention. Oh, and
It's probably most.
in fact, both of you are looking, so both of you give me a luck check. There's some luck involved.
Oh, my luck's terrible.
I know, but that's what luck's for.
Oh, 1 over or 2 over.
4 under.
4 under. Okie dokie. So here's what
Wow.
you found. You found an ancient dust-covered artifact from before the war. On the front of it, it reads, "Tragic, the Gathering."
I'm gonna put that on the pile. Tragic. The Gathering.
Did you get
Where
that
have I
at all,
heard-
Media?
I have heard that before.
Anyway. Anyway.
Why? Why
The
is it
biggest
fucking-
fucking tumbleweed ever just went past.
Yeah, I'm just like, really? Really?
Well, I know it's some kind of play on Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
actually from
okay.
it's actually from Fallout. They have Tragic the Gathering, and you can play it in
Okay.
Fallout too. Anyway, you also found the bottom half of a baby bottle, so without the teat at the top. The rubber clearly degraded over the many years, and all that's left is a glass bottle.
If
Okay.
Leon drinks from it, he will be the teat on the top.
Oh God.
What?
However,
Jeez.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry, I
It's
didn't. I
probably
wasn't-
best you did it.
No, I didn't pay attention. What happened?
you are
I
being
wanna
called
know.
a
If you drink
tit.
from it, you'll be the teat on the top.
It's alright,
He was
okay then.
calling you a tit.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Okay, continuing on your random roll, because you got quite a lot
Calling
on.
each other body parts now, an ass and a tit.
Yeah. Ass and titties, ass and titties. I'm ready.
Damn it.
Seriously,
That's right.
demonetized on YouTube like straight away. Back to the game.
Feel like a good bit of cock.
Just randomly out of nothing.
If I'm going to go there, I might as well go balls deep in it.
Oh God! Oh well, there goes any chance of this being put online ever.
Dangly bits
Yeah.
as well, huh?
Gargle that one into your mind.
Back to the random crap. Oh, here's a nice find. Leon, you found this. So as you're scrounging around trying to find loose wires to pull out of electrical sockets or whatever you might be disassembling, you get into a fairly run down house. Like it's only got like 2.5 walls remaining. It's still got some of the upper floor like holding there. But you're more interested in rooting around in the rubble of the ground floor. And it's good that you did because you found a baseball bat.
Ooh.
Okay. Cool.
Do I put it on the pile or do you want to keep it with you?
Yes, I'll type it in myself. 1x baseball bat.
And I
Is that an
believe
aluminum bat or a wooden bat?
it's an aluminium one, otherwise it wouldn't want to have disappeared years ago.
Yeah. Just wanted to
Um,
make sure. Because random RNG.
Where
You should wrap some barbed wire around it.
I know that you can upgrade a wooden and baseball bat in Fallout to do stupid amounts of damage. You can attach I think it's a table saw blade to it.
And a rocket.
and a rocket, why not?
That's true.
Oh, that's Rocket Sledge, isn't it?
I'm
Attach a
actually trying to
thruster to
find
it.
the baseball bat card, but I can't find it currently.
Oh,
What you should
or
do is attach the hand grenade to it and just chuck the bat with the hand grenade attached.
Yeet!
You make a German hand
El
grenade out of it.
Grando Stick Grenado.
Oddly, the cards with the baseball bat image on haven't got the baseball bat in them. So
Aw.
I'm beginning to wonder what's happened to it. I will have to.
Meta has broken.
Yeah, the meta of the cards has broken some. I will find a baseball bat card for you. But it counts as a melee weapon. You can bash things with it. That's what you need to know.
Yeah.
You have found between the two of you, and I shall roll some GM roll for this. Oh, frickin'! I hate these flags. Fun with flags.
What do the flags harass you?
I've got an infinite bag next to where I keep my dice, and if I
Oh.
don't get the dice properly, I just pull a
Okay.
fucking flag out.
You're such a flag tosser.
Yeah. 11. Okay, you have found a small book of survival matches.
Oh,
Squeak in the background.
that
That
was
was
me.
Amelia.
doing-
Tiny
Squeaking.
door opening.
Yes. Squeak in the background. I'm sorry, I just stepped on my hamster. I'm sorry.
So we got a box of survival matches.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll toss that on the pile, I guess.
Uh,
Oh yeah, because that's what Arnica always did, making the fires. Is it filled?
Yeah, it's got most of its matches still in it.
Nice.
And you have also found a fork. Just a single fork.
A fork.
Fork.
Jelly.
Alright. It's now
I
a
wanted
fork on the
table.
pile.
Fork?
Yeah.
It's not on the table, it's on the pile.
I want a fork on the table.
I want a fork on the table.
Yeah, and then she told me I was a son of a bitch. And she slapped me.
Anyway. Oh dear. You have also found, and again, I think this will go to Mimic having found this because Leon managed to get the luck roll and a better search roll. You find you find a ceramic mug on which, in fairly faded writing but still legible, it reads "World's Best Attorney." And you have no idea what an attorney is.
Does that go on the pile, Mim, or do you want to keep it?
No, I'm typing it in on my. I'm also calling it a lawyer, but
Is attorney a some type of dance?
It might well be, for all you know.
Is it
Yeah.
turning a knee?
And that concludes the random crap allocation for today.
wow, crack.
Love some
Well,
crack.
Vulcan's gonna be so happy.
Okay.
Fucking give a
Well-
heart attack, the old bugger.
I guess we head back afterwards.
Is that a gong I heard?
No.
A
Okay.
gong.
Anyway, so that was the late morning, I believe, for you guys, wasn't it?
Yes.
Which means Vulcan and De Haas both have to do stuff in time.
I'm gonna go behind Vulcan and just kick him in the back.
Vulcan just dies.
Just go.
Kidney failure.
He just implodes.
End it.
Just black hole. Just folds in on himself.
Just eats his arms and his legs and just folds in himself.
No, but so, what do you want to do?
Train away.
As I said, no.
Train away. Alright, training done. Good.
Well, it's a little slick, isn't it, for me to teach him how to.
He's off
Wait.
busy doing stuff at the moment.
Okay, well, in which case I'm gonna go scavenging for some ammunition.
Ooh, looking for ammo. All right. Give
or
me
munitions.
an outdoorsman roll then, because you don't have scavenger.
That's green. I'm not green. That's blue. I'm blue. Let's press the button. And
Press the button.
skadoosh. Oh well, that's a big fuck you.
Yeah, you don't find jack. Like you wander around, you toss over some bits of card and some card. Does card even exist anymore? No, you toss over some wood, like move some bits of rubble aside, push a fully working car out of the way. Like,
What?
any ammo under here? Just move a tank, put that aside.
Like he gets in, it starts it up,
Yeah,
moves
just
it away.
rolls it down the road, just gets
Just
out,
goes
throws
into
the keys away.
Oh,
No,
There's a gold bar on the way. It's like fucking hoon it through a window.
you don't find any munitions.
Can I try my luck?
You can attempt to try your luck. What it will do for you, it's going to be.
he's already rolling.
Holy shit!
Oh wow.
Holy fuck.
I allow
No,
it.
no, finish now.
How? How?
You never get that, man.
You ever seen
Enjoy
that scene
it.
in Jumanji? Is it Jumanji? Yeah, where the kid goes out to get the axe from the shed, and he's beating the shit out of the fucking lock with the axe that he's trying to get into the shed with.
I think
I
so.
don't remember.
Oh, cult film.
Hang on, I have to generate this now. You realise?
I found a landmine.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Tomahawk missile, ICBM.
Well, you see,
I'll take a tactical nuke.
here's the thing, right? I've got one section of my loot generator specifically aimed at lucky finds, and it generates very specific things.
2mm EC.
No, because I've already said that he did not find ammunition, so that stands.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I will message this to Chi, and I will let everyone else try and guess, based on his reaction, what he's found.
A girlfriend.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
More cocaine.
Why doesn't the freaking?
Why
Okay,
can't
I'll
it
just.
ever just be a mountain of cocaine?
Yeah. Why?
It's
Why?
cocaine.
2 bricks of pure crack.
Just wow.
There you go. Sent.
A 50 cal sniper rifle?
So,
That
just to
definitely
give some
fabric
context, I
material.
won't say what you found yet, but as you're kicking aside rubble and just becoming ever more frustrated, there's no sign of any ammunition or anything weapon related. You just push a chunk of like an old door aside, and underneath, like there's a huge beam, like an I-beam, that's fallen from what this building used to be, and clearly had crushed someone many years ago. And you
Oh.
find that.
Are you sure?
Mate, look, the dice is
A
the
real gun?
dice. And you made a luck roll. I can't not undo things.
I'm gonna send you this link of just pretty much sums up.
Huh?
We don't seem to have your retina scan, your fingerprint, or number.
Sure.
Okay.
You
Like,
And
30
an applicant
seconds
to
in.
report
Yeah,
percent
yeah.
interest over a period of
No,
1,000
something
years.
else.
That comes to $4.3 billion.
I'll share it with the rest of you. It's only fair. The video. I'm not going to show you what I found. Jesus.
That's a good response. Even from De Haas, who is utterly unemotive. You're just like, oh.
Like he's now walking slunched, like bent in the middle because he's got the biggest fucking rocking boner going in the fucking wasteland right now. 30 seconds in.
Yeah, like I say, you made the luck roll. I did some random generation. I can't take it back. This is what happens.
Wait, what?
So he found a lot of money.
Money?
No, it's not money. The context of the video clip is
The
my
context of
response.
the response of, yeah.
Okay, so let's have a quick chat about the mechanics about this because this is interesting. This doesn't require, shall I say, juice.
No.
I strip my thing that I was wearing and I now wear this.
Okay.
Oh, it's
It's gonna be pretty fucking noticeable. Like,
I'm not going to say what it is until I rock in the place.
like, there's
Oh.
no way they will not notice.
What?
You found power armor.
No, it's not power armor.
Ah, well then it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
We're wasting a lot of time with the
Yeah.
speculation, so let's either do it or not. Or...
You've got a point. Anyway, I'll let you stew with that, and we'll get back to the time of reality, as it were.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's late morning catered to.
I'm retired.
Do you stroll back for luncheon?
Yeah, do you know what? It's been a busy day. It's been exciting, so let's go back for some lunch.
Okie dokie. And I presume the other guys have probably come back from their scavenging. So it's going to be blatantly obvious to everyone. De Haas rocks up into the... I don't know what to call where you live. It's just a fucking hole where you live.
The house.
Yeah.
House wolf.
Well, it's Leon's
That's-
Inn at the moment, so...
What?
You rock up at Leon's Inn, and De Haas is wearing Tesla armor.
Tesla armor.
Wow.
Trying to remember. Wait, isn't that really advanced power armor?
It's not power armor. It's basically sub-power armor. It's a hell of advanced metal armor, if you want to know its scope of things. It's like the peak of metal armor technology.
There's only one thing up above from that, and it's Tesla.
Yeah,
Power
like
suits.
anything better, and it's a power suit.
Huh. So he's pretty tanky right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's in a bit of a shoddy condition. It's clearly, it's covered in spots of rust, and it looks like it's been basically abandoned for best part of a century. But he's proudly wearing Tesla armor at the moment.
He needs to update this because that's important.
Yes.
If you do want to keep your update there,
Especially this.
your armor will now give you the following. So it has +3 to armor class rather than whatever it is you had before.
Where does that go?
So it's just adding to your armor class, unfortunately. Your natural AC is your natural AC
Only 12.
is 12.
Okay, so
So it
just need
goes
to
up
go
to 15.
like
You have 1 point of protection for the head.
that. Okay. That goes in
Yeah,
there.
in there. 1 point for the arm, 1 point for the legs, 2 for the torso. That's upper torso and the abdomen. So
That's ridiculous.
your dodge is now limited to 9, but I don't think you've got higher than that anyway.
No.
No. You do get a dodge modifier of -2, however, because it's heavy shit, yo.
Yeah. Okay.
So your dodge goes down to 6.
I'm a dodgy geezer, isn't it?
You do, however, gain block of 7. So you can now add on your learned skills block 7.
Holy shit. Okay.
Hang on, it hasn't stopped yet, because you now have the following. So you can add this into your perks. In fact, no, you can put it in your resistances here. So it'll override the current resistances you've got. You've got 1 point of AP resistance, that's the knife. Top left.
Alright, I thought it was a stim pack. Yeah.
1 point of cover resistance, so that's the shield. And that's fucking gooch resistance.
Wait, so does that mean he walks around with cover?
Yeah.
Effectively?
That's
Oh.
stupid.
So he can get more cover by getting actual cover.
Yes.
Even.
You've
That's
got
awesome.
1 point of EMP resistance, which I believe is the no, that's electric. I believe EMP is this one, the goofy like.
Okay. So I got the electric from the leather.
Oh,
So
you'll
that's
have to
up-
take your leather armor off if you're going to fit into this.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Got a sweaty fucking vagina inside
You
this
do
thing.
gain 3 fire protection though.
Okay, well. It's because I'm damn hot.
6 laser protection because fuck lasers. So that is that's that one that you crossed out.
Oops. Okay, right. So 6, did you say?
Yes.
Cool.
5 plasma. So that is the weird heaty symbol thing there.
Sick.
And I believe you don't. Yeah, your electric goes to that can go away.
Yeah, I thought so.
But energy weapons mean nothing to you now.
Just give me more power, don't they?
It's just like, oh, I'm being shot by a laser. That's nice.
No radiation protection?
Radiation from Tesla. No radiation protection at all.
Okay.
Well then. I think we'll call that a win.
Yeah, I think that's a win. Like, you didn't even have to fight anyone.
Yeah.
Just a triple one. Try your luck, people. You never know.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, you could have been eaten alive, but you didn't. So
We'll take it.
Cool.
So who wants this leather armor that I don't have anymore?
I think we all
I
have
was going
leather
to say
armor or
most, like
equivalent.
everyone's got actually better than leather or a decent equivalent.
Okay, do you want to add this to the list of shizzle then? We can sell this on.
Sure. Yeah. So what is it? Just leather
It's
armor?
just a normal leather armor, yeah.
Uh,
I suppose I need to remove the heavy clothing, the hooded long jacket as well.
Your heavy
It's on file.
clothing you can maintain, but you won't get any bonuses effect to your overall damage resistances. It's thermally beneficial though.
How heavy is this Tesla armor?
Fucking heavy, actually. I should tell you that. Oh shit. 35 pounds.
It's quite cheap actually.
Well, bearing in mind that your encumbrance is 20.
Wow.
So the armor alone is nearly 2 levels of encumbrance.
oh.
I am a robot now.
Yeah, I am the robot now.
You definitely need some power in that, otherwise it's useless. It is a glorified.
Well, as long as we don't have to run anywhere, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then why would I run from anything?
Yes.
It runs for me now.
Also, your person is like the worst person to use that, other than the fact that you're a soldier. You're a long-ranged warrior, and this is a protection for more close-range combat.
He's not listening to you right now. He's just glorifying
It's-
himself in the.
Oh no,
Although-
I know the fact that right now there is more than just the armor being hard right now.
Like you hear a
Okey-dokey.
dong.
Yeah,
So-
there is a solid amount of gonging going on inside that armor.
I gingerly walk up to you, and this is the first time you've seen the house kind of feel a bit awkward. Do you know how to make codpiece bigger?
Um, Leon just grabs his toolbox and says,
Oh my god! I thought you said you were about to grab something.
Already started gaming.
"No, no."
Relationships go to new levels.
Well,
Sure, 69.
let me tell you, the one-on-one training sessions with a rifle, learning how to shoot, it's gonna be so intimate, so intense.
Just grab it and squeeze the trigger. So how
Anyway,
does this affect my molecular fucking turbo vision?
it won't have any effect on your vision whatsoever.
Oh, okay. That's good.
None. What is just fucking heavy armor is all.
So does it have a voice modulator or all things like that?
No, it's not fully encompassing.
Okay.
So think of this more like imagine if you would like the pseudo sci-fi SWAT outfits that are very common in games these days, where you've got like all like the the chest padding and shoulder. Imagine that kind of thing, but most of it being metal.
Okay, so I just typed Tesla armor into Wooble,
Wooble.
Just did the same thing.
and Tesla armor looks very encompassing. Actually, that looks like Tesla power armor.
Yeah, you don't want Tesla power armor.
You sure?
Well, you probably do want it, but it's not what you have.
Can I stick a colander in front of my face? And at least then that's. I'm joking. I'm just hyped.
Just got a massive upgrade.
Well, the whole group has.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, shit, we need to start thinking about possibly moving or getting like barricaded and stuff. But it is okay. I am now the barricade.
I am now the barricade.
So anyway, aside from all that nonsense, you've still got half a day of wastelandy antics to get up to. Incidentally, don't think that it's just a give me on that luck roll, because I used my generator to determine what you found in that location. So
I'd certainly say that's the top 1% of the top 1%.
yeah, like in terms of I mean, bearing in mind it's all RNG from an Excel sheet, so there's no magic here. But you definitely pulled a fucking gimme there.
But he did also roll a crit.
Yeah, but the crit simply all I did for that was I made the generation. It could have been some really shitty armor, but
Okay.
Fucking dinner plates.
It wasn't. So there we go. Anyway, rest of the day.
I am feeling good mood. I train you how to. Why am I Jonas' voice?
I don't know. Come back, Jonas.
I could train Mimic some rifling.
You're gonna train. This. Blah, blah, blah. It's easy, isn't it, for guns?
Fucking easy. I got level 17.
Karma points.
You're choking on dick again. Scale down.
Karma points.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to hint him that he might want to spend a few on it.
Well, let's have a look. So,
It's up to him. He might spend his karma points on crafty things.
easy.
Which is
You
more
have.
like
What is your current small guns skill? Oh God, you're shit, aren't you?
That's polite.
well, I'm well, I'm sorry, mister. I want to use a rifle that only has a limited amount of ammo because I can't build my own ammo.
Your
Look.
agility is 9. Ma'am.
What?
Not everyone can have amazing stats. I mean, he does have freaking intelligence 13 and luck 12. So
And also, I have a repair of 15 and science of 11 and
Yeah.
14 small guns, and I am not a fighter.
This is why I'm trying to help you, little boy.
anyway,
No, I asked you to help me, and you spat in my face, and you only came back because you was
That
hoping
was
I would
lesson
fucking
1,
resupply
don't you
with
get
ammo.
it?
lesson
That was just
1.
lesson 1.
Lesson 1.
I will now take your rifle and take the firing pin out of it.
That's just how you disarm someone.
Weapon safety.
Anyway, so with a teacher who can do rifles, and he can, this will take you 3 days.
Holy shit, that's not bad.
Hmm.
So I will tack that on.
Okay. I will give you the expert due attention that I usually give everyone that I train. There is target, shoot it.
Shoot target.
Shoot the target.
So let me just put this in here. That you are
Fucking
training
test. Oh, man.
rifle. In fact, hang on. I may have miscalculated slightly. Yep, it's going to take 2 days.
Nice.
It's just like, this is rifle. Point that way.
What level will he be at then?
That will get him to the same as his small guns, so he'll then be proficient effectively.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
not bad. That's pretty good, actually.
It's a hell of a
Alright.
buff for the first stage
Yeah.
learning.
And it's a
good.
rifle, so he doesn't really get the range penalties. That's glorious.
So that's at.
Oh,
Oops.
oh yeah.
Gosh darn it.
I
Why?
cleaned it. It is serviceable.
There we go.
The next job is yours.
Right.
So,
So
as well as shooting, I'll be teaching you how to clean it. Gun oil.
if anything, like trying to teach Leon how to
Yeah.
clean a gun down.
The house shows back. I cleaned it for you. Leon just looks at it and just goes like,
Really?
just flips it over a bit, saying that, yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
It's
but
serviceable,
seeing
sure.
that you are my teacher, do you want me to clean yours as well while I'm at it? Just politely saying that.
I just walk away like that. That's like saying, "Do you want to fuck my wife?"
Right.
Oh, you like the heavy with the machine with the gun?
Savage.
Sure.
It's
We make good team.
You want to clean my rifle, you cheeky fucker.
Anyway, right. So you're a trainer. He's learning. It's 2 days. There we go. I've added that into the thing. Christ. I guess Vulcan and the other person that's Ruby. Vulcan and Ruby. What are you guys up to for the afternoon whilst those two are bickering away amongst each other?
You know,
no.
those two should just fuck and get it over with.
I'm swayed a bit of a pillow biter, yes.
I'm gonna try
Again,
to.
I'm sorry, I just can't get over the fact that the heart just came out. I cleaned it for you, just like giving a gun to a gunsmith, like,
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah, it's clean.
yeah, it's serviceable. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he just assumes you're an idiot.
Which is a good
No
assumption.
offense, he just does.
Yeah, no. As far as he knows, I haven't done anything really impressive other than giving him clean water. And
Well, you put a bipod on my thing, which is
yeah, oh yeah, I also made you a bipod. I should probably make one for myself.
Anyway, back to the other two.
sorry.
Ruby is going to see if she can use one of her energy cells to power that.
Oh yeah, you're going to try
walkie-talkie.
and retrofit this jank up radio you've got.
Yeah, if that's even a possibility, and if it is, then
Certainly
even see if
possible.
the walkie-talkie works, and if not, try to fix it with electronics.
What skills do you currently have? So you have.
Electronics engineering.
Yep, I allow it. Give me a roll on that.
That's 5 under.
That is significant. So as you fastidiously take things apart and break the radio down into its component molecules, and eventually rewire and put it back together into a format that's workable. Let me make a roll. Let me make a roll. You put the radio down next to the wired up energy cell. You twist the powering knob, and the comforting hiss of an apparently working radio blurts onto its tiny little speaker.
Oh. So can I test if it can communicate with my QT if I put it on the right frequencies?
Yes, you can try that, because your roll was actually pretty good. Yes, it does broadcast a signal to your QT.
Awesome. Right. So I now have a working radio. Walkie-talkie.
At least one that can communicate to the QT, yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Right, and I'm guessing that takes one of my cells. So I was at 4
Yeah,
reloads
if you
a
have,
handful,
yeah, so if you have,
or a few, the lowest amount.
yeah, if you have a few, take that one away, because that's
Right. Down to 4. This is empty cells actually.
Do you have all of this stuff on a notepad somewhere? Is this
I have it in my
random?
sheet.
All right, I didn't know if this card was still relevant or not.
I started with 5 reloads, right, for the shells?
For your laser,
Yeah.
I'll soon tell you. You started with 5 reloads.
Okay, so I should have the other empty cells as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll allow you to have effectively.
Right. So,
That would be, I guess,
well, it
a
was.
few.
I would have used up whatever was left from that one. So
Yeah, you have.
0.75 in my numberings.
Well, yeah, but in terms of game stuff, you have a few
A few empty cells.
empty cells.
And that was 0.75, right? Or well, 3.
No, that's the
Oh.
second denomination.
Okay, so the lowest.
And the second, the middle.
The middle. So okay, that's half then.
Hang on.
I didn't know there were...
Let me put it on here. So 1 reload, reload, and then a few, and then A handful. There we go. That's the order of importance.
Okay. Right. So I walk up to the laddies, I guess, and I got the radio to work on the cell.
Really?
Who should carry it? You can communicate with me or with my cutie with this radio.
It would probably be the Haas because most of the time I'm standing next to you.
Yeah, that is true, and he's usually somewhat far away.
Far away.
The
It'll
Haas?
be useful, yes.
Here,
Oh
you
wow,
use it
more
then.
than 2 words? Damn.
I will broadcast on this frequency, and I give him whatever number that is, and you can communicate with me on this frequency. Or broadcast to me on that frequency. I don't know how far it goes, that's just something we'll have to test to find out.
Just waving at each other down. It's what kids used to do with the radio.
Can you still hear me? Hello?
Right then, so you now have that working walkie-talkie.
Good.
And it's with an energy cell, so it probably is going to last a while, I imagine. So that is my afternoon slice, I think.
Yep, afternoon. Vulcan, are you still on the training bender?
Yep.
It would be far more beneficial if time were advancing, because you could get through it a lot quicker, but people are busy doing things, I'm afraid, bud.
Stuff is happening,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
But I shall knock off... oh, crikey, I won't knock that off. Appropriate stuff for your day. Has Leon jobs, tasks, things you're doing?
Have I done traps today?
You have... Where's my list of things that you have achieved today? No.
Guess what I'll be doing?
Okay.
Stroking my power armor. I mean, stroking my traps.
Perhaps it is. Leon?
I'm probably trying to see if I can improve my. No, wait. I actually want to focus on see if I can make some of those ammo cases.
What, the actual rounds or just casings?
I'm sorry, yeah, I meant the rounds. See if I can make a crude version of one.
Ooh.
Or yeah, I want to reuse his old shell and see if I can make a crude bullet that could work into it.
You are fighting an uphill battle here, but you are quite skilled. So give me a small guns armory and we'll see how this goes.
All right. 200.
Okie dokie. So, describe to me the general thought process of this recreation of what is clearly a high-end, very technically designed bullet.
Yes. Basically, what I want to do is create a shape that is the same, shape as this bullet.
So
but
creating a
instead of-
slug round for it, basically.
Yes, instead of making it out of a composite material, I would just make it out of a single material that could moderately
What
withstand.
materials do you currently have in your possession?
I have a lot of steel lying around.
Wouldn't that destroy the barrel?
Steel would not be useful.
You need something soft, don't you?
Well, the only thing I have other than that is aluminium, and that would just tear itself apart.
It would make
Um,
one hell of a fucking exploding bullet, though.
no, actually, it wouldn't. It would be really bad.
Well, with
Quick side note.
the
Quick side
grain
note.
of
In my
powder that
day-to-day
bullet
work,
used,
I
yes.
work with aluminium. What?
With the grain of powder that shell holds, it would just turn into a flechette at the point of it being fired.
Yeah, and it would only damage you if you were standing about 2 meters from it, and the blast itself would hurt you more. Damn. All right. Well, coming to the conclusion that I don't have something that is workable, I am.
You're gonna have to pull some lead liner off the old building roofs.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Or take the shit ammo, make it super amazing. Not so shit ammo.
What?
There is still the contemplation that he would need a actual crucible in which to melt down existing shot.
A kiln or something.
Actually, no. That actually just makes me even more tied up on doing the cable ones. Because it would actually be easier for me to make an electric furnace.
An induction furnace.
Yes,
That's
instead
a
of
good
a
idea.
yeah, because that would be easier for me to make now than trying to make a full size forge that either runs on a type of gas or fossil fuels. So, well, coming to the conclusion that I don't have currently any way of making a bullet that would work for it.
You are pretty smart,
I would probably need some kind of.
and
If I had to, I need iron.
well,
Iron would actually sustain it.
I will say this to you because your character is pretty bright.
Mhm.
You're aware that you need some form of malleable metal that has a relatively good density, and in lieu of finding some lead or actual pure copper or something workable, what you do have at hand is a whole shed load of wires and shit that you've recently found. And if
Oh,
they were
that's
melted down, you're pretty sure you
Yeah.
could at least make something from them.
Copper, liquid.
Yeah. No. I would no. Coming to the conclusion, I would use this time to see if I can create a mold for it, so I can actually
Okay,
cast these bullets.
so trying to make some kind of cast mold for it.
Yeah.
We're a bit short on good materials for that. What did you roll? You rolled
I rolled a
a
12 out of
12. You cannot currently make a mold as you're going around the workshop looking for things. You
Okay.
find nothing suitable.
All right. Well, that's probably what I'm gonna be spending. I'm trying to figure out ways to make materials and stuff like that I can use to create those bullets.
Like I say,
Probably gonna.
the only thing that immediately springs to mind is the fact you have those wires and you think they might be useful to melt down if you needed
Yeah.
to.
But the thing is, I can melt them down into something, but I don't have some.
But
I
then
don't
you
have.
don't have any way to actually, yeah. So
Yeah, I don't
stage
have any
one.
way to melt them, or I don't have any way to shape them. So I'm still missing the fabrication things of it.
Yeah.
There's always the town next door. But you do have a conversation of a potato.
Yeah, I'm trying to get anything helpful out of the townsfolk by walking in there going, "Hey guys!"
Hey, I'm not that retarded.
Hey guys!
Hey, you guys!
There you guys. But that actually did give me an idea. So can I still do a mild thing in this day, this part.
Yeah, you've
Oh,
got a
yeah,
little
I
bit of
can.
time. Also,
Um,
Chi, are you
Got
eating
it.
the mic? Yep, thought so.
I am heading over here.
You're heading over? Oh, you're going into town. Ooh.
Again, as a citizen, I can do this. Like, it is possible for me to actually enter.
Flaunting your citizenship to those that don't have it. The guards, as they welcome you in, breathing in the cold air. Oh, good morning, citizen. It's lovely weather, yes?
Oh,
They've been out there
wait,
all
is it
day.
still morning?
They've been out all day and they're just freezing. One guy's got a thermos that he's just gripping. He's just.
As I pass them by, I do walk up to saying that, if you guys want to get by a fire, I do have a fire at my place if you want.
We're on duty, citizen.
All right. Do you want me at some point to bring you a torch so you can stand next to?
I guess their only response to that is, if you have some fire, yes, it's so cold.
Sure. I'll bring you some fire.
And the guy, he's got a huge coat on. It's a bit ragtag, but like you can see that it's got sort of the vaguest hints of ice forming over it.
Yeah. I soldier on, keeping in mind that there are people at the guard post that would like some fire.
Cool. Anyway, you get into town.
Yeah. Head towards the forge to see if it's used or if it's not used, and then just keep.
The old forge. The old forge. The old forge. What is the fate of the old forge? Let's roll some magical dice and see. So you rock up to the forge. And it's dark and quiet in there. There's hardly anyone around. Like there's the only person you see is a group of two patrolling guard as they go through the center of town, but they disappear off around a corner, and that's about the only people nearby.
So it's just a couple of guards standing around it.
Well, they're off down. Like I say, they're off sort of down to the center of town. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I head into the forest and see what I can find.
It's dark and completely dead inside.
Okay, I'm gonna use my scrap salvage to see if I can find anything useful in there. I find nothing.
Nothing of use, or nothing that you can
Nothing
see.
of use. I look around as I spin my character.
I spin anyway. Yeah. It's just utterly abandoned. There's nobody here,
Okay.
and it looks like there's not been anyone here for a little while now. Like maybe looks like it's just been.
Can I tell if they have removed stuff from here?
Removed how? So what were you talking? I mean, looking at like.
Some of the equipment they have.
Well,
They had.
the main forge here is a gigantic piece of equipment, like industrial scale.
Okay.
So there's no moving of that. I mean, maybe like if you're looking around, like maybe there used to be like a workstation over there, but that's not anymore. Like the bits of memory you can recall that maybe some things are missing.
Okay. Well, that probably just shows that. Yeah. Well, nothing there of value. And then Leon starts heading back. And when he gets back, he grabs some torch, maybe some wood, and walks off to the guards up here and see if he can find an abandoned container, oil drum, something. And,
Yeah, I'm sure there's something you can form a moderate fire within. Even if
Yeah.
it's just piling up some bricks or something, it's there's ways to.
Yeah. Just places theirs and just puts it down. And actually, did we have any soup remaining?
Well, I mean, insofar as you have absolute arse tons of meat and fresh water, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that soup is basically one of the constant things that exists in your camp.
Okay. then I'm going to empty my canteen of water and hand them a canteen of warm soup.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you took the one guy that's holding a now very cold-looking thermos. Sort of puts that down and starts slugging away at the soup you've brought him.
Yeah. I informed them that yeah, it's if they want, then if they want to pay for it, or if they have anything of use, then I am trying to open up a place where people can come and have warm and food. So yeah, if any mercenaries get stopped here, you can tell them that they can come down to my place.
The guy at your inquiry sort of, for a moment, looks sort of surprised a little bit, but then he's like, "Oh, yes, of course I have some payment for you. Is 4 caps enough?"
Oh, no, I just waved my hand from. I was thinking more if you knew someone who could benefit from who was not um, granted access into the city, who needed a place to stay. Like, I'm trying to help people. I'm not trying to make people poor.
We are here only to protect the great citizens of this town.
Yeah. So, but if you know of people like mercenaries who are being stopped at the city borders that needs a place to stay, that there is a place that they could stay.
We'll keep this in mind.
Yeah. And enjoy your soup.
And he's just, chugging away at the soup.
Yeah. I head back.
Cool. I believe, just before we get to the end of what this session needs to wrap up on, no RNG for me to do, so there was one other thing. Someone had an empty time slot. I've forgotten who it was. So you went into town. You've been... Oh, Ruby, you have slots according to this.
Yeah, an empty evening slot.
Yes.
I'll do my hacking training
Okie dokie.
and attempt to get more intel on that one signal.
I sense I'm making a roll in the near future. Ooh. You've made several small recordings of this signal, being as it's strong enough for you to actually receive it properly. And you've been working on them on and off, sort of trying to break it down into component parts and decipher what some of it could be.
Yeah.
You've managed to come to some, although a little bit errored in your sort of deciphering, but you think you've got some kind of cipher key that you've got for this code now.
So I
So
can decrypt it with the key.
whatever is being transmitted is heavily encrypted,
Mm-hmm.
and you think you've got some kind of cipher to this transmission.
Okay. can I try to decrypt the key or the signal with it?
With the bits of signal that you've got recording on that you've been sort of trying to retroactively work from, as it were,
Mm-hmm.
it's all purely machine code.
Mm-hmm.
So none of it is transmitted in any linguistic sense. It's all just machine code.
Okay. Well, then I can try see if I can find patterns in that tomorrow or something. All right. So
Is anyone left with time slots? I don't think so. I'm just checking here. Haas, you actually have a time slot open because you didn't attend the first aid training.
Yeah.
So you currently have a spare time slot.
I'm going to maintain the newly acquired armor and see if I can improve its condition.
Well, it is kind of battered up because it's basically ancient and has been sat out in the elements for absolutely who knows how long. And to that end,
I'll do a repair on it, I suppose.
yeah, you don't actually have any specific skills to this, do you?
Repair.
Yeah, I mean, repair's the standard, but I'm just trying to...
Serious?
Serious. You look at it and, like, you furrow your brow. It's just... Oh!
your brow.
Yeah.
Bionic eyes, like,
He has only one brow.
Yeah, just one brow.
I just raise the entire thing.
Give me a
It's like
repair
a roller
roll.
coaster.
Yeah, it's about all you got here. Yeah, it's okay. It's you're not going to make any headway on this nonsense, but it is enough that I can now tell you something about this armor.
There's a landmine attached to the back of it.
Doop, doop, doop,
Don't
doop,
fall asleep.
doop.
And then it's attached to the hip bone.
No, I'm about to give this a condition. This item is heavily damaged.
Oh.
Aw.
And so
it could be better.
Oh, it definitely could be better.
Well, it's not an O, it's a O.
So it's heavily damaged. Item requires a specific repair skill, so you need to know how to fix this type of armor to be able to reduce its damage by 1 rank.
Okay. Is there anyone in our party that currently knows how to do this?
God, no! Like, this is the first time anyone in your party has ever seen Tesla armor.
What
So can I
Tesla?
learn it?
Is that electronical?
It's not electronic
Electrical?
in nature. It has the capabilities to massively absorb energy weapon power, basically.
Hmm.
Tell me about the schematic that I found.
That's true. You did have a schematic, didn't you?
We just find out we're next to a Tesla factory.
Yeah. Armor
that would be
manufacturer.
And it's just like 2 per penny here.
What did you write down for your schematic?
I just put down schematic.
Oh lordy. You need better notes.
I'm afraid. Well, no, that's what I was told. It was a schematic.
Was it? Oh right. Oh, in which case I haven't generated it then. I need better notes. Where's my Womble?
Womble.
Wimbledon.
1 second. I've lost a whole directory. Has anyone seen my Fallout directory?
I may have stolen
Under
it.
the F section.
Yeah, put it under F.
And
Oh God, no. Apparently I might have gotten this.
Schematic or something.
No, I might have gotten this from the actual Fallout roleplay book, which I haven't used much.
Please enjoy the next 5 minutes. We could do this out of game, just so that people got time to.
Yeah, well, we're near the end of the game now, so.
GG.
Yeah, GG everyone. Boulder falls, everyone dies.
Oh, but there are no boulders in Fallout.
You don't know that.
Did you not know we're in Baldur's Gate?
Boulders, no. Cool. So yeah, I think we'll end on that day because another day would be too much. So I'll just put that over there. Cool. In which case, yeah, good game, everyone.
Yeah.
Like 2 non-encounters that you had to not suffer through.
Oh yeah.
Meta, what the fuck the Jonas brothers and the family
The
were doing.
big
yeah.
old group.
Yeah.
That was a group of tribals.
Oh.
And if you must know, when I checked on my
They all had missile launchers.
no, everyone's had missile. No, I checked on my reaction table, and I rolled a 17, which meant that they were openly friendly toward you.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're not openly friendly to them, remember that?
No, like you were definitely
I
not being
would've
friendly. Like you had guns pointed at them and shit, and they were just basically like looking around, like, oh, I wonder if there's anyone in this town. And then they just dribbled off, because I rolled which direction they were travelling in. They went to the
The
south.
equivalent of like Chinese tourists with cameras.
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
around the place.
exactly. Just like tribals coming in, like, look at this. Look at the way the buildings are
Having
made.
the Kodaks coming around here, fucking taking
Um,
pictures.
so yeah, it was a group of 6 tribals which were friendly to you, and they
Oh.
Guess what happened to the
wander
ghouly ghouls?
the ghouls. So there were actually 4 feral ghouls.
Hmm.
They wandered up the riverbank.
4?
Yeah.
That was deadly.
I mean, potentially. Well, the
I'm
thing,
pretty sure that Quinn would have just chopped them into little bits, and
yeah,
he
but
wouldn't be able to do him very
it comes down to action economy of how quickly you can kill them.
Before
Because if one of them gets to you, he's probably going to make a mischief of you.
Hmm.
So it all comes down to, can you kill them before they reach you?
Well, yeah, but if Quinn stands in the door opening and holds
Yeah.
the chainsaw out,
Quinn's
like, yeah,
brrr.
bring it.
But yeah, they wandered up the riverbank. They were picked up by the automated sentry turrets of Gruppe 9. They opened fire, and when I checked how effective they were, the first machine gun took down a couple of the ghouls, and then the second machine gun failed to track them properly, and so they began lurching and running towards the guards, who didn't move quick enough, and one of them got nommed. And then the machine guns finished off whatever was left.
I was expecting to say, and it didn't track properly, and tracked the people that are on their side, and
Well,
Badly.
Yeah.
You know,
made them
why
scream.
do you think I'm training hacking?
Ooh, that's a good point.
yeah, they've got automated turrets, so you know. So yeah, the ghouls were cut down, but Gruppe 9 lost a guard basically.
Aww.
One at a time, people.
One at a
The thing
time.
is, if Group of 9 ever gets taking over, we're in trouble, because if something's good enough to take Group of 9 over,
But there,
let's
Well,
get
that
out of here.
depends. That
It-
really
it-
depends on how it sees us. If it sees us as an enemy, yes,
I
but
was
it
going to
might
say
be
there are potentially at least 2 groups in this universe, in this Falloutian universe, that are direct comparable threats to Gruppe 9.
The Brotherhood of Aluminium or something.
They might
So
not be hostile to us. You gotta remember that.
this is true. They may or I mean, nothing's always hostile in this game. There is
The Haas treats it as.
there is a well, okay. Dahas is always hostile. So there is room of there's a scope of how badly things can go. Let me just save all my notes and get out of kill.
Just like how you got the party alignment when you talk about groups of parties in D&D. I think Dahas has brought the group's party alignment down a couple of notches.
You think?
Well, yeah, but Ruby is not hostile by default. And probably for the better, or we've gotten our asses kicked by this guy over here.
He was definitely a threat. Like
Yeah, I know.
fucking like if you'd have pissed him off, I don't know what the outcome would have been. He was armed and he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, he was skilled for that weapon. Or those weapons.
So